There I am. What's happening, guys? I'm here. Don't worry. Oh, what's happening? Welcome to the Vodka stream. It is Friday. Thank God. Right? Thank God it's Friday. Oh, man. Good stuff. All right. What's happening, guys? Who's out there? We all live? We all live this Friday? What's going on, Mr. Angel? What's up, brother? Mi hermano. Hey, there's Mama Film Junkee. What's going on, Ram? Niner for life. Man, your team. Jeez. Your team cannot catch a break. I'm just saying. Can't catch a break. What's going on, Eric? Yo, Men in Tights. You've been MIA for a few weeks, some mental health stuff. And I was also, oh, man, dude. Well, shit. Wait till the join the madness. Well, hey, man. One of these days, we'll get you on maybe like the next fan one, too. And, yeah. But cheers, man. Glad you're doing well. And cheers to everybody else. It is Friday. It is definitely Friday. What's going on, Jason? How you doing? Cinema Comics. What's up, buddy? But yeah, cheers, guys, for Friday. This is gonna be an interesting stream. This might very well be the shortest stream that we've ever had, just because of I'll explain in a little bit, and I'll explain when everybody gets here too. So. What's going on? Thank you, Mom. Obviously, it's a certain Batman shirt, not exactly the Batman shirt, but of course, the nerdies out there know what type of Batman shirt it definitely is. Pow! What's up? Yeah, live. Oh my God, I'm getting more nervous, Scott. I really am. What's going on? Darrow Hoken? What's up, Neil? How's it going, buddy? Happy Friday. Bennett, what's up? Taking a break. Take a break, man. You're going to want to watch this one. This is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, you got it right, man. You got the Thomas Wayne Batman. That's right. You're here, Blue Moon. I'm glad you're here. What's up, AJ? Toby, what's up? How's it going? Will, nice to see you. Yeah, it sounds like it's over for us. Thank you, JC. Cheers, Will. Yeah, what's going on? Did you know that? I think yes. Yeah, we all kind of knew that. What's up? What's going on, George? I'm not listening to you because I'm watching the comic movie marks. Okay, that's fine. I usually have you on mute too, as well, Garza. What's going on, man? I never got pineapple pizza. I never got the pineapple pizza thing because I love it. I didn't know. Come on. Nah, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. What's going on, Carlos? Thank you. Yeah, you really digging it? Yeah, I got it off the DC. I think I got it off the DC website, to be honest. I think I just was like, you know what? I want to get a Thomas Wayne Flashpoint Batman shirt. And there it was right there. And I love the fact that it came in like this kind of like off-white color. It's pretty cool. What's going on, Nate? You didn't say bitch this time. Good job. I'm happy for you. Waiting for March. Oh, is that where? Yeah, we'll talk more about that stuff and everything. We'll talk more about that. I'll be doing some videos. I'm gonna try to be really catching up on videos this weekend. I definitely need to. Am I lagging? What's going on? Hopefully, I'm not. I'm gonna try. Whoa. Okay. Easy there, killer. Just making sure everything's copacetic. Everything good. Good on the YouTube. It looks like we're good. Not seeing any laggy. Okay, looking good on the Twitch stream too, so should be good. Looking good. So, yeah. Anyway, so what's happening, guys? 3 minutes, and we already have. Oh yeah, there's always going to be some dislikes, man. People don't like me, so do me a favor and hit that like, thumbs up button, guys. Do that. And yeah, and if you want to become part of the Film Junkie Patreon, go for it. It's right there, guys. Right there. And I kind of have the YouTube membership thing set up, but I think I have to like post a video about it and post little emoji thingies about it. Crap, I don't have the background up. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. It's interesting. But anyways, and then speaking of t-shirts, you can get some Film Junkie merchandise right here. Still waiting for my mug. Hopefully my mug gets here tomorrow. I'm hoping so. So then for the Sunday morning. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to have a Sunday morning stream this Sunday, so scratch that. I'm not going to do that because I just found out my dad's going to be in town. So I'm going to have breakfast with him, which means, Mom, if you're out there, I'm going to have lunch with you. Not dinner this time, but lunch. So expect lunch. But yeah, here you go, guys. The Vodka stream, of course, and of course the Film Junkee signal. Got the pudding, and then, like I said, hopefully I'll have that new shirt that is will be out there. We'll be in that thing. We'll be in that thing. Hopefully this weekend. All right, good. I'll see you for lunch. It's supposed to be raining, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, Dave, don't invite Garza. No, he's coming. Oh, if anything, he better show up tonight. He better show up tonight. That's for sure. Yeah. Garza on Popcorn. Yeah, he was on Popcorn Planet, but he went on there to fucking, what are we doing tonight? Well, tonight, if the reason why it's called Fire Rises, which is kind of funny because I just had Dark Knight Rises on the TV, and of course it was at the end with the whole "you should use that name all the time, Robin." Oh, I hate that. I so hate that. It's the worst. Ugh. Christopher Nolan, what are you doing with that? What are you doing? But anyways, what's happening? I'm about to invite the boys here. No featured guests. Well, we'll have some different people here tonight, but I'm gonna get the boys in here. We're gonna do a little hot chip challenge thing that Mr. Chris Wong Swenson set up for us. Sent us out this thing that we're gonna attempt to eat. So I am I'm nervous. I'm fucking nervous, man. But we're gonna attempt to do that. I'm trying to figure out. I don't know exactly how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do one at a time or all at the same time. I don't know. We'll figure it out when everybody gets here. But I'm nervous, man. I actually, just before, probably about a half an hour ago, I was like, you know what? I should probably get some milk, But, guys, what I've actually heard is that vodka helps with spiciness. Spicy food, you're dying, sip some vodka, apparently. Apparently, that's a good neutralizer. So I'm going, well, it was meant to be. Definitely meant to be then. So, but I still went to the gas station down the street and got a couple little things of milk. So I guess we're going to see what happens. We'll see what happens, but I'll get them in here and we'll have Chris explain everything about this, because this is a Hawaii delicacy. I don't know if it's a delicacy, but it's from Hawaii, and he sent us all this care package. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I know. Vanilla shake. Oh, don't trust me. I got the, oh no, I didn't get the full fat milk. I should have got the full fat milk. Damn it. I think I got the reduced fat. Oh, we're going to do it all at the same time, Chris. All right. Jeez. Oh, this is going to be a fucking disaster, man. I tell you. Woo, this is going to be a disaster. Well, I'm already nervous. There's one. I was like, okay, this is fine. And then there's one particular thing that was in this little box that made me go, oh my God, we're going to die. It's going to be interesting. So we'll see what happens. I know I should have made a White Russian, man. That would have been great. That could have been good. But anyways, something new in my life, guys. Something new that happened yesterday. I haven't posted any pictures yet. I do have a picture, but it wasn't like the greatest picture, and I meant to take like another one, but I bought a new car yesterday. Not really. Well, I bought, traded in, and so basically an upgrade, I guess you could say. But yeah, so I got a new car that is out there right now that, of course, I'm like finding any excuse to drive right now, because you know how that is. You get a new car, you just want to drive it. But yeah, yesterday had to take my car in. I had a 2014 Chevy Cruze, and it was checked engine light came on, and I was having some issues a little bit. There was a issue with my coolant seemed to be always draining, and then I was having like, sometimes there was like interesting stuff when I'd get gas. I tried to start it up, it wouldn't start. Like it would take a little bit for it to actually start. So, and then of course the check engine light came on, and I was like, shit. So, it was on for about a week and a half. And you can't really, when you take stuff in, it's better to do it during the week. not during the weekend. So I took it in, and sure enough, there's just like a laundry list of things. And on top of that, it was at the point where I needed to get my timing belt changed. So that's very expensive. So you had that, plus my water pump was leaking. That needed to be replaced. My fuel system had a bunch of buildup of carbon deposits that needed to be cleaned out. And some cylinder in the exhaust system was not firing correctly, which was giving me the problem with the check engine light. So it was just like a laundry list of problems that was probably going to be in the range of $2,500, probably like $2,500. So I was like, you know what? How about I just get something else? It was time. I was already toying with the idea of upgrading my vehicle. So then I did. I just traded it in and then just roamed around the lot yesterday and found myself a 2020 Toyota Corolla SE. And it's great. It's fucking great. Thank you, Mr. Mike G. Yes, I've seen the Nightmare trailer. It's totally well, yeah, man. Garza does good work. Guy knows how to fucking cut a trailer, that's for sure. But yeah, that's what I did. So I upgraded, took the money that I would take with that, as well as the trade-in value, and, threw a fucking down payment down, and there we go. Bob's your uncle. Now I have a dark blue mist Chevy, or not Chevy, Toyota Corolla SE 2020. Pre-owned, but only 3,500 miles on it, man. Got a pretty good deal, actually, not too bad. Yeah. As I was like going around with the dude, I mean, I was there for probably about 3 hours, 4 hours, maybe almost. We were going around because there's like a little plaza over here. At first, I was like, I was like, you know what? I would like another Chevy. And I was like, I don't mind if it's a 2018 or something like that. But then this freaking Corolla just jumped out at me. And I was like, damn, that's pretty slick, pretty sexy. I'll admit it's kind of a girl car. It's fine. I don't care. Fucking thing has balls for a girl car. Nah, it's slick, it's sleek, it's whatever. But it just stood out. So that was like my number one choice, and I had a couple others picked out too. But obviously you want to get the newer car, and it was I picked out also a Civic, and I think I picked out an Impala too that I was looking at. But after much back and forth, as you do, we got it. Yeah, it's pink. No, it's a dark blue. It's a dark blue. It's like a midnight blue or blue mist, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, you call it blue mist. That definitely does sound like a girl car, but it's fine. But it's great, man. It's got some balls. It's got, like, today, I was having some fun with it today, man. Man, I got to be careful with this thing. It's sporty too. It's got the manual like flipper things around the steering wheel. Woo, man. But just getting on the freeway and trying to passing people up, man, just and I was like, damn, got some balls, man. Got some balls. So it's one of those things. It's one of those things where, hopefully I'll have it forever. Cause like I said, like you guys are saying, Toyotas last for fucking ever, man. So don't worry, Mom. I'll take you for a ride on Sunday. We'll go for a ride and we'll try it out. But yeah, it's pretty fantastic. Pretty nice. But it's just like, when you make that big purchase, it's like, now I got to bear down, man. Got to bear down and be like, okay, got to watch the money now, because, I was like, I wanted to put a nice down payment on it to make sure, so then I can try to cut down as much of the regular payment, so we can get it paid off quicker. Way more. Oh yeah. Big time more giddy up, man. Ooh, man. It is nice. And then of course, it's got all the features. Got the touch screen and everything like that. I mean, my Cruise didn't have that because 2014 didn't have that. It's just got all the good stuff. So, you'll drive. Garza cut the trailer. Well, he had some help from Krypton Cage. So, but yeah, paddle shifters. Yeah, it's got those if I wanted to do it. So, but yeah, so good stuff. Good stuff. I'll probably post some pictures about it. I don't know. I'm not one of those people like, oh my God, I do like a photo shoot. I just took like one picture, but it wasn't like the greatest picture. Gets too dark. Now I'm not going to get Sirius XM because all I do is listen to podcasts. So I just, obviously just Bluetooth it from my phone. I don't need Sirius. So You got a 2000. Oh, mine's a 2020. Mine's a 2020. So it's only a year old. Only 3,500 miles on it, man. It was just kind of meant to be. I felt like it was meant to be because it just stuck out. Like I've never really seen a car that color. And apparently in 2020, the Toyota Corollas, they changed their body shape. It was like the new body shape, and it's pretty damn slick. It's not bad. Not bad at all. So, they're very reliable and very this, very that. So good stuff. Anyways, all right. Guess I should start inviting them. Oh man. I know these guys are nervous too. It's fine. Oh, this is going to be interesting. And Garza, you better not puss out. You better not be pussing out tonight. You better not be. All right. So here we go. Sending out the invitations. Sending out the invitations. Oh, man, this is going to be interesting. Going to be very, very interesting. Because, you know what? I mean, being half Mexican, I could handle my spice. But there was one time where I decided to I was working at this one place, and I brought some chicken, some frozen chicken that's already pre-cooked, like in pieces. And I remember I put it on a plate, and I heated it up in the break room. And then this one guy had ghost pepper sauce, and I was like, let me put a little bit of that on there. Yeah, I almost died. I definitely almost died. So it was very like, woof, man, I tell you, it was a struggle. And there was one time too, long time ago, where one of my buddies who lived up the street from me, his dad grew peppers. Oh geez, everybody's showing up at the same time. Look at this. Grew peppers like on a bush, like on the front. And my friend dared me to try one. It was a little tiny pepper. And I was like, screw it. Put it in my mouth. And instantly regretted it. Did it. Okay. I got to send. Okay. Hold on. Jeez, everybody, it's not usually like this, but everybody's waiting backstage right now. So I'm trying to do everything. But yeah, anyways, I was dying. I was literally dying. And then he tells me it was probably like, one of the hottest peppers ever. So let's see who we got here. Who's showing up? Let's see. I don't need to put comments. Who do we got here? I'm like, all right. Okay. Joined the stream. Okay. I always do that. But yeah, so this should be very interesting. Boop. All right. There we go. All right, guys. We got Mr. Scott McClellan. We got Shiraz Faruqi. We got Chris Ron Swinton. We got Tim Yoko. Sorry. And Stephen Colbert. I forgot to add you to the list. Sorry, Tim.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys. How's it going, everybody?
Dave, what have you gotten us into?
It's not me. Yes. Okay, Scott. That's the thing that made me nervous. The fact that you have gloves in this thing, okay? So
there we go.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see.
Oh, Chris,
this is like
I got this last week.
Like, are we on the uphill yet? Am I like, are we clanking yet? Or am I? Okay, cool. I didn't know where we are in the process.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord, we're gonna have another guest in here too to witness the destruction of us.
everybody's glowing. I mean, like, hold on, give me a time. Like,
no, I just thought it was funny.
Okay.
This is all I have right now.
I'm only here to laugh at you guys.
I know.
Go ahead.
I know. I was like, did Shiraz get
all
one?
you want.
Yeah, I'm here to laugh. That's it.
Good. Hey, you know what?
Shiraz
to give you some entertainment, man. Hey, before we get started, hey, everybody, Shiraz, man. Good on the Forbes article and everything that happened, dude.
Yeah.
Way to hold that integrity, man. We all back you up, and we're all proud of you, man. We're all proud of you, and we know that you're gonna still, that's just it's a minor setback, but it's all good. I mean, I can't wait for what else comes about with Ray Fisher and stuff.
Fucking
like that.
win in my book.
Yeah, big time win. There's no loss there. For sure.
Appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, yeah. So I'm happy to give you this entertainment tonight, Shraz.
I read the thing about the vodka being like
Yes.
helpful, but the only vodka we have left in the house is fucking cake flavored vodka.
Oh,
So,
God,
it's gonna be
no.
disgusting.
Ugh.
But
Amanda, what are you
Great for
talking
you
about?
last
At that
time.
point, the taste, you won't have any taste buds left.
all right, well that's a
Well,
comfort.
So
Like
Swinson,
ants.
go ahead and explain what cruel and unusual punishment you're giving us tonight here.
Well, this is kind of our friend who was it's called Snack Addicted. They're in Hawaii. I think he used to be a bodybuilder, and so he started making these beef chips, all different
these
flavors.
are phenomenal. These are
Yeah,
They're really good.
Packaging
really
is
good.
awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, like,
Original
this okay. So this looks like beef jerky, but it crunches like a chip, and it's just
Yeah.
so freaking flavorful. My
Yeah.
God!
super
And like
dry.
I was telling you, Chris. I mean, this is like, for everybody who's all sprung on the keto diet. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good alternative for a snack right there, man.
As a former ketoer, I can vouch for that. I ate them all before Amanda could have any, but she would also vouch for it if I had let her have any. We'll see what she says about this
But
one.
yeah.
But the other ones were not the spicy ones, so she.
I already like the texture. It feels like almost freeze dried, not just like dehydrated.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
They are
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's really good. And you can buy them online. I think it's a snackaddicted.com or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
And,
buying a
Lots
bag.
of different flavors. Really good stuff.
Yeah, because it's
I
just like,
am concerned though,
Yeah.
Chris,
Huh.
about this because
yeah, it's the gloves. The
inside the
gloves.
package.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
All the
so
gloves.
the
Oh
package
my God.
actually didn't come with gloves. My wife actually prepackaged all your boxes.
Oh, okay.
Gloves,
She's a
and
sweetheart.
actually the original flavor. You don't get
Okay.
the original flavor with this. She wanted you to try something that wouldn't kill you. It would taste good. So she added that into it. But yeah, she
Okay,
got
I was
$2
about to-
For us,
gloves
they were
just so-
delicious.
Honestly, the
Yeah.
gloves are great marketing, though. That's a brilliant
It
thing.
is.
On their part. They
Yeah.
should do that.
The company should do that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
should pay her.
All right, we
With
got a
that
couple
bad
other
producer
people.
mom.
We got a couple other people joining. We got Mr. John Aaron Garza, and then we got
Oh.
Wonder Meg, who's gonna watch also.
My God.
Got spectators. Where's
Yes.
Ben?
Hey, Meg.
Yeah, Ben should be. Hopefully, Ben should be here soon. I mean, Ben's supposed to be part
He's
of
got a
it.
box.
Anyway, so keep on.
What's in the box? What's in the
Yeah.
box?
Dude, hey, Scott. You when I saw your preparation box, I was like, yeah, I should probably go get
Yeah.
some. And I freaking jetted down the
That
street.
was really good.
Yeah, I jetted down the street just in case the vodka wasn't gonna do the trick, man. Because I know milk can do the trick.
This is
All right, Garza, are you?
boy bin. Parenting for the win.
Can I show you what my prep is?
Okay, go for it. What is that? Oh my
Hot
God!
sauce.
What do you
Oh,
think?
nice.
Well, you got more hot sauce.
That's,
Wait, wait, wait.
Try to like counter with the other hot sauces.
yeah, I'm gonna start off with that and then chase it with some cold.
Colon
You're gonna build it up.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh, you're doing stage hots? What?
That is insane.
Hey, you know what?
Oh,
Now I'm wondering if I'm doing something wrong here. I might have to
It's
go
like
see
the
what
hot wing challenge. We didn't fucking
Oh,
graduate
yeah.
up.
He is. Look at that. Tim is totally like. I did not even think about that. My
There's
God.
nothing that is gonna affect me now, which is
Oh,
actually
man, he's coating. He's
which is actually
coating-
cold.
he's coating his mouth right now.
You
man.
can see if you looked through Tim's mouth at the right angle, you can see straight through now. It's just
Jeez.
I can tell you, I love my hot sauce, but I developed acid reflux years ago, and
Yeah.
so like I am not supposed to have any of it, but I
Oh,
still love my hot sauce, right? But I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm kind of terrified right now. I'll be honest. I told these guys ahead of time, I am ready to throw in the white towel because I have to
Okay.
get up. I have to get up in 6.5 hours and take care of my kids.
Oh shit! Yeah, so we should probably get this thing started here. Huh?
Question.
we don't have to. We can just switch
Do we
off.
have to? Is it the entire thing? This is the size of my face. I have a small face.
You can take a bite, just a bite if you want.
Yeah, I was like, no way.
I'm not going to force you to take the whole thing. I'm probably not going to take the whole thing.
No, wait, no.
I'll try
okay,
to take a
Chris, have you
respectable
tried
bite.
this before?
Yeah,
No, Chris, have you had one or
Yeah,
you
have you
have-
had
I haven't had it.
Okay.
I've
Oh
on
man.
to this very moment to try with you guys and
Ugh. Good
want
luck.
to try on air, I guess.
Sunglasses are not a mistake. Like, this is not going to be pretty.
Okay. Well, first off, of course, Garza's not on camera. What are you gonna eat, like a regular chip, and be like, "Oh my God, guys!"
Absolutely
We
not.
got a cheddar and sour cream Lay's.
Dude, I believe
Dude,
me,
that's
I would
keto.
not
You're
be
not
able
pulling anybody.
to. I would not be able to handle that. Like, I cannot
so
do
you're not-
spicy foods.
Yeah.
He takes the pepperoni off his pizza.
What kind of Mexican are you, man? Come on.
I'm not Mexican, man. I'm Spanish, dude.
Oh, you're
Conquistador.
all right. Well, we got somebody here. All right, Mr.
I'm going through him anyways. He's the my surrogate. My surrogate host.
He's the one that's.
He's gonna tell me how spicy it is because I'm sorry, dude. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I would literally die.
Hey. Yeah.
it's okay.
He knows.
What are you doing, Scott,
I
right now?
officially have more testicles than Jonathan Garza.
Does he?
Hey,
I didn't know he had
hey,
any.
I don't.
Fucking hard fact.
I don't. That's not something you should brag. You should brag about, Steven. I don't think that's a good thing, dude.
Hey, don't judge.
Hey,
Don't judge.
Hey, not that there's anything wrong with that.
This conversation
Just
took a
saying.
weird turn.
Figurative ball. Hey,
Like I'm not sure what the best way to defend myself right now
I
is.
know.
Like there-
Yeah. Hey, Ben, you
there's
ready?
a couple different routes.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay.
Wait,
Is Zach not joining us?
I know. Hey, it would be cool if next time we'll send Zach a care package, see if he'll join us with this.
Sorry, Meg. I
Is
should
anyone using these?
and sent you.
Do I
half.
really need to use these?
Should we really?
I've actually sent back the regular ones, but that's a good idea. I should have sent him the. I didn't want to kill him.
Well, I know the beef chip.
Wait, that says a lot.
Regular one.
Chris is like, "Oh, Zach, I'm going to send you this care package. I'm going to send these other people as extra chip, but I don't want to risk it."
And also,
there's different flavors in here. Or is
Yeah.
it-
dude, you got to try the beef chips, man.
Wait, are you just opening it, Ben?
I'm just opening. I was waiting for tonight.
Yeah, no.
You don't even know.
Do I?
Chris, I went out to the mailbox and I freaking saw this brown box and I brought it in and I said, "Did you know that Chris Wong is sending us something?" And Steven was like, "Yeah."
You know what's funny? It smells good.
I'm so excited.
It smells good.
I can't wait. I can't wait till y'all can't talk, and I'm the only one that can talk. I'm so excited, dude.
When did they ever talk to you, Garza?
Listen, it doesn't matter if we could talk. You'll be fucking talking up a storm anyway.
Hey, I got my
Yeah.
taste tester right here.
All right. So, Meg,
Hey.
are you ready to witness this, Meg? I mean,
Yes, I've been looking forward to this all day.
What the fuck? Wait, you need gloves for this shit? What is
oh my God! So we got. So Amanda, are you taking a bite too, or is it just
I'm
Steven?
gonna, yes, I'm gonna
Chris,
take a bite.
there were two of these.
Yeah.
So we got our spectators. We got Garza. We got Meg, and that as our spectators.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
My wife is in here just to take a picture. Not gonna-
So, is there a prize for the person who throws
Oh, you
up
can do it
last?
with me. No, you don't want to do it? Come on.
I feel like Brad Pitt from Fight Club right now.
A little bit, right?
Let's see what
Okay.
Make some soap.
What's the, I used to have this
Dave, please tell me you have like a countdown,
Okay,
video.
somebody
Oh,
on the screen has the speech memorized in his hand and pours the lie on it. Someone in here knows
Oh my
that.
Lord.
Okay, but wait. What's how big is the piece that we're gonna take?
The piss.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I need
you're gonna be pissing out of your ass.
You know what I meant.
Garza and Meg have to.
I'm gonna slip it back in once I
the referee.
I dropped a piece on the
I'm
floor.
watching everybody.
All right.
I'm gonna take just a bite like this.
Just a bite.
That's what I'm
All right.
saying. Like,
Be like a countdown.
No, I didn't restart a countdown. I just
Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
I was gonna say,
countdown.
is there an
You guys do
amount
a
that you guys
countdown.
need to eat?
No, I'm just
Or-
gonna take a good
You guys
bite.
ready?
I wasn't fucking nervous until I saw a fucking glove.
Exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought.
Practice sterile technique. Thank you, Kat, for teaching me sterile technique for this.
Well, anytime.
All right, you want to go ahead, Garza? Count it down.
3, 2.
Wait, whoa.
Oh my God.
Slow.
What do you think? I was a starting 10?
I'm already sweating.
3,
Also,
2,
Such regret.
1. Eat.
The sound of the gloves.
the flavor is actually great.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, it's really good.
Ah, not bad.
Was this the hot one?
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, I'm feeling it now.
Yeah, it's very
Okay,
delayed.
hold on.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
that was not good. The swallow was a mistake.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
My
taking
eyes,
another one.
my eyes. Okay. Okay, we're good. I'm good. Oh God damn it.
oh.
This is more alive than I feel from Dave.
You're good, Scott.
Oh man.
I think Tim and Scott right now are going head to head. We're gonna have to see who eats the most out of those
Dave,
two.
and you needed to preload that GIF from Birds of Prey where Harley Quinn's pupils dilate.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Wow.
it's come down. It's come down to Tim and Scott.
Okay.
per usual.
Hey, we're the squad cast. We don't mess around.
Yeah.
Scott literally hasn't reacted
I'm
at
not
all.
taking enough credit.
I'm feeling
I've already proved I have more balls than Garza. I'm sweating. I'm fucking sweating. I took one.
That didn't take much.
I almost took another bite, but that would have been dumb.
It's delicious
Oh,
though.
God, my eyes are watering.
I mean, Scott is just going through that right now.
Yeah,
Just follow
Scott
it.
is
That's
good.
the hell what I'm saying.
Look at me.
Yeah, Tim.
Hell yeah,
I
man.
like half of it. Y'all are fucking crazy, man.
I should have stopped.
Fuck, you guys are literally
I
insane.
should have chewed it all before the first swallow. That's the trick.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Damn.
I'm in a different
No
dimension.
glove, Scott.
I'm in a different
He took the glove off too.
What the fuck? Did you give him a non-spicy one? Jesus.
Oh my God. My
Come on, I just finished the whole thing.
Why is it getting hotter?
It's spicy.
What the fuck? The milk's not helping.
That's the part I don't like. I'm just like,
Scott did that thing Homer did in The Simpsons where he drank a candle.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie though, dude. Watching Dave and Chris literally react has been the best thing, dude. Because you see Chris, like he's like, oh, okay, oh, I get it, all right, and all of a sudden just hits him.
Get it, shower.
You okay, Dave?
Tim and Scott are just like,
Yeah.
Dave.
Throw it in the towel.
Try not to take the ice cream.
oh God, I gave birth to 2 children without pain relief. I can fucking do it. Okay.
Hey Ben, how you holding up, buddy? No?
Dave is struggling right now. Dave is struggling.
I'm
Do I need to go for number 2?
Oh no, fuck that.
Damn.
We gotta go back around the bend. I mean, come
I'll
on.
tap out. I'll tap out.
Dude, how?
I'm gonna do half. I'm not gonna do more than that. I already know my warning signs.
Oh,
All right,
wow. Okay.
have some ice cream.
My nose is running.
Oh damn, my nose is running too. Babe, pásame una servilleta.
I actually do have
Oh, yeah.
tears. They're coming.
Yes.
I got tears. I got boogers coming down.
Thanks for that sinus congestion.
Oh.
Why won't stop being hot?
Hey,
oh, this
Hey,
is so fucking funny.
so that election, huh? What are you? What's going on with that?
It's bringing tears to my eyes.
The trick is we don't stop feeling the burn until they fucking call the damn thing. That's
Yeah,
Is
right?
Dave okay? Do we need do we need to call him?
There he is.
By the way, the vodka thing, bullshit.
Oh, shit.
You know what's funny is everybody that wears glasses except Steven is taking them off. They're like, fuck glasses. I can't do
Dude.
it right now.
My beard stopped my tears.
That's the power of the beard.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Mine's weak.
true.
All right, see, this is what's helping the most. Is like I actually put a glass of water in the freezer.
Wow.
You know what? It's cake vodka, actually.
So the fact
would,
that it's straight vodka, that's what's not doing it.
Would picklebacks work?
It's still biting my tongue.
Ah,
Oh my
God damn it.
Still biting my tongue is the most accurate description. I feel like there's fire ants on my tongue.
Hey, so Shiraz, while they're trying. Hey, Shiraz, so what November 17th, buddy? What are you thinking?
Thinking a lot of things, brother. A lot of things, but all good things.
Oh, okay. Meg, us normal people, got to carry the conversation.
I agree. All good things.
Fuck
What
you,
do you-
Garza. It took me a while to get that out. I was like, oh.
What about you, Garza? What do you think?
You know what? I
Let
think
it come out.
That's the question he wanted you to ask, Meg.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask him what he
I'm
thinks.
so glad
That works.
you asked me. By the way,
I've been dying to know.
I know.
You're gonna find a crumb, like really. It's gonna make
I don't know what's gonna happen.
all over again.
No, but what's crazy is I don't know. Dave hasn't mentioned anything yet, but I got my mic fixed.
No,
essentially.
Wow.
Not your camera.
You just didn't even pay attention to me.
You got your what?
So, shut the fuck up.
Okay. If somebody sends Dave $100 right now, and Dave sends it to me, I will slap.
Oh, if someone puts $100 in chat, I'll take off my glasses.
General.
Yes.
What would you do for 20
more $100?
Who gonna do it?
Please. I need
How
to
far does
distract
this slap,
you.
though? Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
He's not.
Can you
No,
show us
but
how hard
seriously
I'm gonna
though,
slap him?
for real though, I think
I mean,
Dave
how fucking
was.
hard? I have a lot of rage.
dude, the
How
fact
hard
that
do you want
it didn't affect the squad cast guys. What the hell?
Dude, well, you know
Dude, we've
what?
been- we've
In
been
all
doing
fairness,
I mean,
Yeah,
the
try-
cricket, here, make them
they
talk.
look very professional, dude.
Scott needs to stop.
Tim is a little shiny.
That's good.
I didn't.
All right.
I'm always shiny. I didn't get through the whole thing though.
Oh, see, I did the whole thing.
You ate
No,
the
I'm
whole
not-
thing?
I know it's gonna come back up if I don't.
Oh no, I got it. I know you, so I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not judging that. I'm just saying I did finish the whole thing.
Scott
As
knows
the
all
guy
the
that
my pro
outside
after
of
they're
the
down.
podcast, I can say
Not
that
it all.
the trick is you don't talk. You think you're fine until you start talking, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah, that makes for a good
hold on.
show.
And that is why
Actually-
Scott is just housing yogurt mostly
think-
quiet.
I think this was
Yeah.
the key.
The
He
pretty
started
No,
off.
he-
Honestly, you're probably
He started
right.
off. He started
Yep.
tasting
Yep.
spicy foods like it was.
I'm not even gonna lie. A little disappointed that it's not burning anymore.
You're a little disappointed.
It's pretty much done now.
Actually, when I got that bag of those chips without the heat, I first tasted one of those things and I was like, "Oh my god, this might be one of the greatest things I've ever eaten in my life." And then my
Really?
kids
They were good.
and my kids were like, "Can I try one?" I'm like, "Yeah, try one." And this is really good. And then they're like, "Oh my god, can I have some more?" I'm like, "No, I can't. I need to save these for the show." And then later on, I just ate them all.
Well, anyone who has ever done
Pretty
like
much.
low carb or keto knows one of the most frustrating things is the lack of like variety and texture.
Yeah, you
Mm.
want
You
that
can get-
crunch. You want
If
something.
you have like
fun.
beef jerky, like you don't want to
Yes.
eat beef jerky all the time. It's just it's
Too much work.
too chewy. It's too
Yeah.
like,
Too much work.
but then like pork rinds are like not a potato chip substitute. Like
No.
like you get rid of a stick of pork rinds real quick too.
And cracklins are better, but too much. Too much.
Yeah, and so this is
My wife-
almost like tortilla
All
chip.
right, thank you so much for the
Thank you
plug.
so
Thank you
much.
for, yeah,
You're
for
amazing.
thinking about us. Woo. I'm still dying, but whatever.
Now we all need to watch you eat one for revenge.
Yeah.
Ah. No, you gotta eat one. She has not tried it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
fading.
I literally just want to keep cold water in my tongue.
I keep eating this ice cream like it's
I should have got some of that instead of the milk. The milk's not really helping.
ice cream. We also have
bad.
we have heavy cream and yogurt on standby as well.
Wow.
The yogurt
Yogurt.
did very well actually.
That's from my Indian friend.
Ugh.
That's mango lassi is just yogurt to counteract the heat. Yes? No? Okay, no. Anyway,
Okay.
that's what he told me.
I think it's
Oh.
finally going down. I think it's finally going down. Jeez.
Can you lean in a little bit closer, Dave? I just want to see the sweat beads on your forehead a little bit.
Dave already
like, "It is."
Dave already glistens on a normal Friday. I mean, honestly.
Right? I glisten normally like every day on my show. Oh, I think I'm good. Oh,
Steven froze Oreos.
Last bite.
Oh.
No, they're ice cream.
Last bite.
Oreos.
There you
All
go,
done.
Tim.
Hey.
Hey.
Wow.
Champs.
Champ, man.
Wrong.
The squad cast.
What
That's
the
awesome.
no?
podcast of the champions, man.
That's ice in their veins, right
He's like,
there.
look, I'm
Ice in their
totally
veins.
fine.
Yeah.
And then he has the General Grievous thing where the flame comes out of his eyes.
Whoa. All right. So what do you guys want to talk about?
Like you start levitating like mother.
I do want to know.
We regularly are
Shiraz?
like when we have like a sinus infection, we're like, I need something like Thai food.
I'm saving this for my next sinus infection.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A medicinal phoenix feather.
Man, if any of us had COVID, it's dead now. Shit.
Hey,
Absolutely.
everyone in my city needs to be tested. I think I cured everybody. Just feel like radiating.
I do.
Oh,
I feel
man.
warm. I do feel warm.
Man, that just gets
I know
all right.
Ben has that hat on, so it absorbs all his sweat.
Make
Oh,
Shiraz,
It
you
was
want me to
just
send you one?
it's not. That's pretty much it.
You didn't get it.
Oh man.
But there is a second one.
I know.
Oh, never
I know, I
looked
got the
too
second one
much
right here.
Timothy.
Wow.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know if it
do.
is Timothy, but
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the Christian
Make
thing. I'm
Shiraz,
gonna drop this on the
guys, you
Goodwill
got
box.
I'm good.
By the
You're
way,
good?
Mr.
But I
Everett,
do have to ask, did we provide
Yeah.
enough entertainment
Oh, yes.
for the
yes.
onlookers?
Are you not entertained?
you see what came today?
Shiraz is like, no, thanks.
You came today, guys? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
mine
guys-
got lost in the mail, dude.
Huh?
What?
I ordered my own shirt and it got,
And it got
lost.
lost.
Oh, sorry. All I heard of him is he got lost in the mail. It's like, do we have to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ordered that one. Thanks, guys. That was from the Real Anarchy Teespring, by the way.
Yeah.
amazing.
Drink.
And I got all three of my
like-
film
There
junkie
you go.
shirts as
Going
of
through it.
Monday.
Sweet. Thank you, guys.
Another drink, dude.
Yeah, I got the.
Oh,
Oh, he's got
I need to make a drink.
the exclusive.
I want the shirt you're wearing, Dave. Like
What?
that actual shirt. Take it off, seal it up, mail it.
Don't say that. Don't do it.
I want
right
it.
now.
Will you watch his channel during the summer? He'll do it.
Yeah, we don't want to see that.
Oh man. Whew, okay, I think we're good now.
You think I'm kidding?
No, I'm just,
Okay. I'm not.
And Steven, I picked this up just for you.
What is that?
I can't
Kentucky?
read it.
Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale. Because no
There we go.
bourbon.
Yeah.
No bourbon.
That probably has like 13% alcohol.
Speaking of t-shirts, Dice and I were
checked
just
that
playing with the idea of a no bourbon shirt.
Nice.
I would buy it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's only 8.2%, Amanda. I'm
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
that's not bad. That's
Only.
all right.
Pretty good.
Oh, it wasn't aged in the barrel. That's the difference.
Oh man. All right. I think I'm finally feeling normal again. Oh,
Oh,
Sweet.
Ben's still crying.
Ben was so quiet.
No, he's better. He just watched the puppy video.
Oh, he watched the puppy video, so it's okay.
No, I'm not.
Did you put that on, did you film that for TikTok? Because you should.
No, it's cat videos actually.
Cat video?
Aw.
dude, yes. Seriously, Anthony, you're saying your saying was exactly what it was. It was fire. It was fire. Oh my god, it was fire.
75 out of 75 fires.
Oh my god.
70.
Woo. Woo. Yes, absolutely. My god.
Yeah.
Oh, but I think it's finally I can finally actually talk now.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh.
Oh, man.
Chris, that was fun. Thank you for suggesting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the
That was fun. That was
great.
fun.
Chris, and thank you for picking something that wasn't just hot. That actually
Yeah.
had a good flavor.
Flavors.
Yes, it
Oh yeah,
did.
those beef chips are amazing. I'm totally gonna be ordering.
Wait,
them.
some of this stuff is edible actually. Which
Yeah.
one?
They're all
The
they're
beef-
all
regular
the
bag.
regular beef
Big
cheddar.
bag.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
That one.
You're good. Try
Those
some.
are good.
Try some. They're
Those
really
aren't
good.
spicy.
They're
Hey,
really
Ben,
good.
if you don't want
Spicy at all.
that, end of my
Hey,
way.
Fucking
hey, Ben.
around.
Ben,
Okay.
the glove is also the glove is also edible too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Delicious.
like
Everything in the
the
box.
heat is coming down.
Yeah, with the box.
Hopefully, you guys not fucking around with me.
That would be so mean. We would not do that.
Hey, Ben,
Yeah.
I hate to break this to you, but it's going to get hot at the end.
No, I'll have it another day. Then.
It's totally fine, but now he's
We're
Totally
not live
fine.
streaming that.
Oh, man.
Ben's butthole just went.
Well, it's gonna go like in a minute.
Oh man.
Can't make that sound.
Yeah,
like
no, I'm fearing-
when you launch
fearing
the potato
tomorrow.
cannon.
Life is about more than butthole pleasures.
Ah,
That's a good one. I haven't thought about 30-Year-Old Virgin in a long ass time.
I
Go ahead, it's okay.
need to. Thank you, Amanda. I need to watch
I haven't
that.
seen it forever.
oh, it's such a perfect.
Classic. James Lynch is.
So good.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yummo, be there.
I walked out of Joss Whedon's Firefly and went and watched 40-Year-Old Virgin instead. Best decision I ever made.
That, yes,
Other than
it
marrying
was. Well,
There we go.
Precious. All right. We can actually talk now. Oof.
I
Okay.
put a picture of Steven proposing to me in the background just so he could get a little shit for.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
that's so sweet, Steven.
Can you
Adorable.
zoom up that?
Adorable.
Such a romantic.
Man, just making all the rest of us men look bad.
I know, right? Oops. Oh, crap. I totally removed it. Hit the wrong thing.
Oh, okay.
That's what you get.
Yeah, we don't want to see that. Not at all. Not at all. How do you actually? Oh yeah, duh. It's this. I'm trying to like. Hey, how do you make like one
Person like you? What?
No, let's see.
I
So
don't
there,
know.
there. Now we can see it. Oh, how
Oh, sweet. That's cute.
Yeah, we need to get that. photo.
yeah.
Why are we no?
So where was this at?
Wait a minute, that looks photoshopped.
It was
Yeah,
in Evanston. No, Skokie at the mall in
Was it
Skokie.
Skokie?
Oh, it's the mall in Mean Girls, except it's the actual mall. Because in Mean Girls, they pretend it's an indoor mall. It's not actually an indoor mall. It's an outdoor mall. But the name that they use is the name of this mall. And there was a lady right here that got photoshopped out that was going, is this really happening? Is this really happening?
Drunk off her ass. He gets down on one knee, drunk off her ass. She goes, "Is this really happening?" And her friend is like, "Come on, Margaret!" Like, we shopped her out.
That's good. And then you added like a
Do you
little
always have a
glow.
glow around you? Do you,
Yeah.
you got like floodlights on your back or something?
No, actually, I just had one of those chips right before I proposed. One of those Phoenix chips.
No,
You didn't know that? You didn't know that Steven was the White Lantern? What are you talking about? That's what it is. Jeez.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Steven's family runs a art printing and custom framing business, so the whole Shazam is all them.
Nice.
So, including
how long-
the picture.
How long ago was that?
3 years.
Fine. What? We've been 8.5
That
years
was the
since
day-
Christmas. It
that
was
was the-
Sandy Hook. It was Sandy Hook.
Oh, geez.
Jesus.
It was the day. No, it was the day the first Hobbit movie came out,
It was.
which
We
was
saw it and
the
we were
worst-
like, that was such a letdown. We just got engaged and then we saw that. Wow. Okay.
Nice. Well, that's cool. Well, that's adorable. Definitely adorable. 3 years ago.
movement stream.
Huh? So what?
Yeah. Hey, producer Wong, come back. Tell us how Chris proposed.
Yeah. How did you propose, Chris? How did you propose to your wife? Man, I can't even talk.
Oh, at a garlic restaurant, and I had a big, like the ring was in my pocket, and she saw it all the way from the house to the restaurant. It was no real surprise, but I'm like
X-ray
on my
vision.
knee or
Go big or go home.
Like,
Nice. Oh, you got a picture too? Oh, he's got a picture too.
engagement photo, so it's more photoshopped than Photoshop.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that hair, dude.
Oh, wow.
I know,
Yeah, I
man.
had hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He was Superman before. Now he's Lex Luthor. Aw.
Do I need to go get mine now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, all right. Your turn,
Goodness,
Scott.
I wouldn't,
I'll be right back.
I wouldn't even know.
And Tim, and
Yeah.
Tim.
The
All
thought of
married
even
people.
just dealing with a significant other is like, oh no, bro. Like,
Just date the woman I sent you
Garza.
earlier, Garza. Come on.
yeah, no,
woman.
because the reason why is because there's several of those out there. So
She's a stripper.
Come on,
It's his favorite time.
Yeah. You did this thing with her legs. It was just like,
yeah, just happened. I was like,
it was
Jesus.
intense.
It was. It
No, you
really
should-
was.
there's some ones that I've seen that were intense where I was like, holy shit.
All right, we got Tim's. We got
Yeah,
Tim's right
just
now.
stop there.
Go ahead.
So,
What,
Tim.
So my wife was.
After we all
My
tell our
wife
stories,
loved,
Garza can finish his stripper story.
Yeah.
my
We'll
wife,
get to it.
my wife
Aw.
loves the grotto at Notre Dame, and so went for a walk with her one night.
Oh, that's nice.
And I'm not in it, but trust me, I was there.
I just found this ring.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Pretty.
Yep.
Oh man,
Oh,
my my engagement was at a black tie fundraiser that was a Diana Krall concert. So I got
Oh, you don't have a picture?
Hey.
and got tickets to it because the place I was working at Barnes & Noble at the time, and we sponsored it, so we got free tickets. They were like $1,200 a piece.
Holy crap.
So I basically told my boss, I'll propose to my girlfriend if you'll let me have tickets to the Diana Krall concert. And she was like,
Nice.
okay, sure. So it was cocktails before the concert, sit down dinner after the concert. And I waited until the end of the dinner to propose because she thought this was the perfect night for me to propose. But the longer the evening went on, she talked herself out of it.
Yeah.
Right. I think you might have mentioned that before. Yeah. It took a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to show you any photos. So
Well,
that are appropriate.
I don't want to
That
get
are
kicked off.
appropriate.
I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube, Garza.
Yeah, exactly. Damn, you know what I mean?
I can only imagine. I don't
This
know.
was like that.
Ben's got some. Oh, he's got his too.
Hey.
That's when she say yes.
Yeah.
You married up, Ben. You married up.
No, she upgraded.
Oh.
Sir. Sir.
Man.
I have seen pictures of your wife, and I contest the veracity of your claim.
Well, I never done bad in my life, so let's leave it at that.
Fucking dead.
He's got
All right, we're
years
gonna be
and
doing
years
this
and
on
years of
podcast.
experience to speak from here.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Well, one of the things we could talk about is what was
We've
posted
gone
today.
goofy because of the fucking peppers.
So we got the hashtag UsUnited that was thrown out there today, which many of us actually, put out there. So who has more knowledge of this? Meg, you've been kind of quiet and you don't have a burning mouth. What is everything that's happening?
Not from the ship.
Not yet.
Well. I
big
don't know.
boy.
Read it.
Oh,
You read it. Your voice
Jesus.
is a lot better than
She's
mine.
like, just
You
fucking
read-
read it, Dave. Just fucking read it.
I'm like, I want to take a break. I'm still burning a little bit. Anyways, all right. So it's November 17th marked a monumental. I said momental. See, I can't even talk, man. Monumental day for Release the Snyder Cut movement. It was a day we combined our individual voices to create one loud voice. The day we broke down barriers and changed hearts and minds. The day we put aside our differences and fought together for a common goal. The day the whole world heard our voices as one, release the Snyder Cut. We must hold on that victory, the victory we could not have achieved as anything but us united, not alone, together, us united. Hashtag UsUnited is not about separate groups, teams, accounts, podcasts, and channels, right, guys? UsUnited, hashtag UsUnited is about one group, one team, our team, all of us as one, the movement. Hashtag UsUnited does not hold a single person above another. There are no leaders, just a far-reaching group of extraordinary people with a shared dream. #UsUnited takes everyone's strengths and focuses them with an unbreakable resolve into a cause they can achieve in unison. A permanent bond forged through a common fight. On November 17th, 2020, let's celebrate together. Join hands with our siblings from all corners of the world. Share our memories of this journey. Share our favorite images. Share our excitement for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Create art, organize events, and share those events with the community. Whatever you choose to do, remember our movement and victory with a united hashtag. Not one of us, not some of us, all of us. #United. There you go. Jeez.
Woo!
I think it's a little wordy. It is a little
weird that you guys are sharing my dreams about Henry Cavill, but you're welcome.
Yeah, all the time. I always try to run away from those dreams. But,
By the way, I was a little late, but here it is.
Oh, there's the picture.
Aw.
There it is.
Yeah.
Look at that hair.
Yeah.
That's your youngest, right? In the
No, not there we go.
Hair migrated.
Yes.
Hair migrated.
Oh no, it's so true. It's so true.
It happens. But anyways, yeah. So November 17th, #UsUnited. I mean, it's kind of funny too because I did a video about it last night because I saw people tweeting about it, and I was like, should I do a video? And then I even asked Meg, I'm like, why is everybody tweeting about it? I'm like, should I do a video? And she was like, do it. And I was like, okay. And I did a video. and then like all of a sudden, like today, it was like there was like the details came out today. I'm like, all right, I probably should have waited a day, but whatever. I got the gist of it at least.
Well, my favorite part was when people first started teasing it. Then you kind of have the usual like scooper types being like, thinking it was like, I don't know, something different and like teasing like, just you wait for exactly, like teasing stuff. And it's like it's gonna be cool, but it's not. I don't think. I mean, good job. Because all people that don't know what it is think that you know something, but it's clear that you're just like doing your gift thing or your emoji thing.
This is not in the spirit of Us United, Stephen.
Yeah.
Being a hater.
Stephen, what the fuck?
Apologies.
Hold on, $100. $100.
Oh,
She was first.
Jeez, someone's gonna end up sending it. That's gonna be awkward.
God, what if we
Domestic violence, man.
just get people to pay us for me to slap you?
I mean, yeah,
That's the whole stream.
$100 a slap.
Yes.
Yeah, if it's $100 a
Fuck
slap,
yes.
I'll do it.
Well, we're doing it.
Just so you know, this is
Amanda.
technically kind of like S&M.
But it's also, I think Amanda has just stumbled upon the greatest revenue stream
Yes.
that the Colbert household could ever
Yes.
achieve.
That's I'm already fucking doing it, so why not get paid?
Oh man,
It's so hard to slap him when he's downstairs and I'm upstairs.
we found your niche.
Staring out a window.
We definitely found your niche right there.
Well, it's like that time I had to go. We had an accident a few weeks ago. Amanda hurt her wrist, and I had to go. We didn't have any ice packs, and I had to go get an ice pack for her wrist from Walgreens, and it was like 2 a.m. or something, and so the guy at Walgreens was like trying to like make small talk, and because I just like I'm not good at like filling dead space, I was like, yeah. Wife needed an ice pack, so and I was getting ice cream too, and I was like, and so I figured I might as well get this for her while I'm at it, and I just kind of sat there, and I'm like, this. I was like, how do I explain more? Why I'm getting my wife ice pack? Do I explain less? How do I? What I mean is, I mean, she needs it for her wrist, and the ice cream is just like.
It just kept getting worse.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
What happened to her wrist?
Sure.
What was she doing? Did you do something to her?
No, I punched something because I was angry, and
You punched
An
Steve.
inanimate object.
an
Well,
inanimate
that's
object,
really
cast iron tub. It's fine. It's
Ouch.
fine.
Jesus.
That's
Amanda.
I'm technically fine. Again, $100.
We're waiting for that. No, but okay. So when it comes to the hashtag and everything, yeah, I mean, basically just tweet it out, promote whatever. It'll be a good day. And I mean, obviously Snyder is gonna do something. I mean, obviously everybody's like, oh, is there going to be a trailer?
Just you wait to see what he's gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. Wink, wink, wink.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Jeez. Where's it at?
Hard fact.
Exclusivo. Yeah, so there you go. You heard it here first. Now, but
make an exclusive
biblical
fan cam. Someone in the chat make an exclusive fan cam.
Yes.
what?
Yes.
An exclusivo fan cam?
Yeah. Do you not know what a fan cam is?
No, what is a fan cam?
God, you're so old.
Boomer.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Even I know what's the fan cam.
No, I get it.
Even I know what that is.
It's on TikTok.
Oh, is it a TikTok thing?
So groovy.
Is it a TikTok thing? That's why
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm not.
No,
it's a K-pop.
It's a K-pop Twitter thing.
Oh, see, what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know what it is either.
See, okay,
No,
thank
no.
They
you.
have these K-pop
You guys have
bands
seen them, you
with
just don't
like
know it.
yeah, exactly, with like 10 people in the band, and then they like somebody does a cam where it only follows like
Yeah.
only
I figured-
Justin Timberlake,
I
right?
figured it was like from the point of view of the fan, but I'm like,
Right, but you
how
do
do
it
you
from
do that with
Only one person in the whole group, just
But,
repeatedly.
it gets adapted to like pop culture stuff where it'll just be like it's a song and a stylized slideshow / clip video of a.
It's literally a competition to see how like which person in the band gets more streams that the fans created the competition.
Oh, don't give Dave any ideas.
I know. I'm like,
We're gonna have Chris Wong the whole.
Yeah.
Dude, I already have a Chris Wong fan cam.
oh,
Wow.
all right.
It's
Well,
right back. Well, no, never mind. It's in the background. You
The
guys
heat,
can't see it.
the heat is done, but like the cold sweat is kind of still a thing. It's like very
Yeah.
nice. Like, I
I'm
feel
honestly thinking about this. 'Cause
Oh,
I kinda
dude.
want to
Oh,
do
you're
that.
gonna get-
I feel kind of like
on your own, buddy.
oh my god, I'm gonna sweat just watching you eat that.
Well, your asshole's gonna feel exfoliated later.
Don't make any promises you can't keep.
Oh man. But anyway,
Okay.
all right,
What kind of show is this?
Back to the hashtag.
Yeah, I know. What happened to the vodka?
I know. Exactly.
Have cake vodka.
I was still stepping. Anyways, so Mr. Shiraz, how you doing, sir? You enjoy yourself?
Oh yeah, I'm having a lot of fun watching the misery of you guys.
Yeah, seriously.
Taking that in.
Tables, huh?
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is
man.
nice to watch.
So yeah, it's been a pretty interesting week for you. I mean, I know we can't whatever you can discuss, you can discuss. I'm not going to try to pry it out of you or anything like that. But what's the update? Like, how's everything going? What's going on? Anything? Just chilling? Just laying low? What's up?
Well, I'm thinking what my mind's like redacted. I'm thinking, what can I go with? Yeah, it is whatever happened. I'm definitely looking to kind of move past it, but I will say that the outpouring of support, it was just like it had me absolutely floored the whole time.
Yeah.
And even when I didn't say anything, people were just putting two and two together and getting it out there, and I do appreciate that. But I think the next step is onwards and upwards. I think there's bigger things on the way, and
Yes.
that's just
How
one
many numbers
story.
have you pulled for this?
God, the culprits and their analytics.
I will say I had a lot of people reaching out from different publications to different journalists. Like the community has definitely shown their support, which definitely means a lot.
nice.
So
That's
Wall Street Journal reached out.
People trying
Did they reach out or?
not.
I don't know. Somebody had a screen
Yeah,
rant. Somebody had a screen rant.
Yeah, he's playing that close to the chest.
I know.
No, I think that's something that
Did someone from Screen Rant reach out, Stephen?
every time there's been any like progress or update or anything in like the Ray Fisher story, specifically in regards to Joss Whedon, there is one or more people on Twitter who are like in the industry in some way who is like, yeah, everybody knows this. Like everybody's got a Whedon story.
Yeah.
Like anyone who is it? There's a YA author last time,
Victoria Aveyard.
Yeah. Who is like anyone who's dipped a toe in Hollywood has a Joss Whedon story. I think said after the interview came out.
Right.
And so when I hear stuff like that, to me, what that says is that all we're waiting for is just for somebody else to say, I heard the same thing.
Yeah.
And then it all comes.
Yeah.
Because, and so, I don't know. I don't want to speak on behalf of Shiraz, but I think any support he's getting from other journalists, I would say is probably indicative of that people know that the story is not done yet. And I think it's just waiting for someone else to say, someone has to be the first, and then after the second, and the second through the 50th are at the same time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Should we expect
Can I make a
something?
request?
Go ahead.
Can you go after Scientology next?
I'm gonna martyr myself to every cause now.
Why not?
Can you get Nexium too?
Yes.
Just send me the Excel spreadsheet. We'll start working on it.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I think what upset like a lot of us was the fact that I think like Deadline came out with an article, and then they were just kind of trying to pin you on, oh, he's just a Snyder fanboy. It's like, what? I mean, you were totally unbiased. You were just writing down the quotes and the information that Ray was giving you, and they made it seem like you were just like totally just being like 100% biased. And I'm like, any reporter would have done it just like that. You took down the quotes. You brought, you wrote out like how it all started with the tweeting and everything, and you took like the best approach with it. But the fact that they connected a comic book debate. That's what that whole connection, and then they're like, oh yeah, and then he considered Man of Steel masterful or something like that. I'm like, so
how dare you?
I think
I'd love to look up the reviews of everyone who is like defending Whedon thought of Avengers.
Yeah,
and we discussed this. We discussed this honestly. I'm at my grad school classes. I'm at Columbia University getting my master's for journalism, and we talked about the story. We talked about
casual
kind of intersection of entertainment.
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
For that one, about like the difference between like a film journalist, entertainment journalist versus a political journalist, and what there's a different type of game that's played with entertainment journalism where there's no such thing as being completely devoid of opinion. If you're someone who's a successful entertainment journalist, you're going to have either a podcast on the side, you're going to have film reviews, like I'm on Rotten Tomatoes. Right. That's my whole thing I do on Rotten Tomatoes is putting my reviews up. So it's like, which are opinionated. So that you can't escape from that when you're telling a serious story then which has obviously bigger consequences, ramifications, bringing up things from 3-4 years ago or different articles or different podcasts or things like that. I found that unfair personally. But again, this is kind of like one step in the overall stepping stone of my career, honestly, because like I started out, I was a financial analyst before I was in journalism, and my major in undergrad was finance. So me making the shift to journalism was purely a passion move and something that I took a lot of time to think about. And I wouldn't go into this without being 100% committed. So to question my commitment to it by bringing me up as a fanboy or something like that, well, to quote Michael Jordan, I took that personally.
And I think anyone who like, it's unfortunate that anyone would try to take a shot like that, but like anyone that knows you or has been following you over the years knows that like, yeah, sure, you enjoy these movies and you came sort of grew out of a corner of the fandom, but like first of all, and who doesn't? It's kind of the nature of the industry. But second of all, your record speaks to speaks very highly of you. I mean, you've shown time and time again that you're not a partisan when it comes to film or comic book fandoms or whatever. Like through like you, the original the original Justice League petition when the founder of that went south and got questionable, instead of siding with your team, instead of like or whatever, you said, no, this is not okay. That's not about whether or not you're pro Snyder or anti Snyder or pro Snyder cut or anti Snyder cut. Your behavior is bad, and because I am in a position to do something about it, I am going to make a statement denouncing it. You and and Tim and Scott were also involved in that. So and so and that's a public record that was covered by multiple publications at the time when you made that statement, which I think on its own is proof that gets away from that. That's not even counting like the charities that you've done. You raised funds to take kids in inner city kids to see Black Panther.
Yeah, that was great.
And all sorts of other stuff like that. So like to cherry pick a review that you had for a Zack
For
Snyder
Man of
movie,
Steel.
as if that
Yeah.
defines you as a journalist. It's not just dishonest dishonest towards like your level of integrity, but it's incredibly reductive, as if like the only other contribution you've had to the realm
Was
is
saying
a review of a
it
Zack
was
Snyder
masterful.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what I'm saying is the real ones know what's up, and I know that you know, and people wrote something, I wrote something, and I mentioned you in there, and other people have done the same, and obviously you had a lot of fan support, but you kind of don't need it also in a way, because I think that your record is above reproach, and if you continue the level of integrity that you have, you will, you know, it's kind of impossible to do anything against that. So
I appreciate that. No, I mean, like, those words mean a lot, man, especially coming from you, because to be honest, like, you guys, most of you guys were here before me in this, you know, little game that we're all playing in, and I take things from all you guys to go into my own game, you know, like Tim Scott, they were doing this years before me, and when I was thinking of starting a podcast with my brothers, I was like, well, let's see how they're doing their business. When I was thinking of going into writing, I was reading Steven's articles years before that, and I was like, all right, how does he conduct the way he does business? Let me follow that. When we started transitioning to YouTube, I was like, all right, what is Chris doing, you know? And obviously, you know, Garz and Ben, they do things their way, and they have a style of their own, and that kind of swagger is something we wanted to adopt.
You could say it sucks. You could say
no,
it.
no, I genuinely.
You notice he said we have our own style, which means we have all three of those fucking bases covered.
Oh yeah. Like
That's what he's
reading off Twitter questions. Where'd you get that, huh?
Oh, and no, we stole that from you.
No, yeah. The point is, everyone's doing a good job. And Meg, I didn't forget about you. She's gonna surpass all of us in no time. She's on that upward spiral. Yeah.
Amen.
Already getting there. Yeah, that's right. Oh shucks. No, but that's I mean, yeah, like I said, that was the biggest thing. And like, you know, I mean, one of the things that I always respected about you is you stayed out of all the BS and everything like that. You know, you didn't, we were like, a lot of us were like in the trenches, and you were making things happen behind the scenes, and you know, and just making things happen. So like I said, well, you know, cheers to you, man. You know, we appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Here's just your.
Now that you mentioned that, I have a new section called the Casual Robin.
Oh, you got Casual Robin?
Yeah.
Actually, cheers on the live.
Casual Robin.
That's a really cool idea.
He needs a sidekick. Yeah. Casual Batman.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have what? Didn't we have a confirm? What is it? What is it?
Confirmado. Confirmado. You have exclusivo. We have confirmado.
Yes, confirmado. Yeah.
Confirmado.
Yeah. There you go. I know we're gonna make a.
We're not ripping you off at all.
We're gonna make a Scooper Justice League. Starts off with exclusivo and confirmado. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Scott, you keep on glitching. Are you there? You're there. You move it.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing the glitching on my side. But remember, I tend to hit my my observe pose, which is great because when I glitch, it's like
So I don't know if you're. So I'm like, is he frozen or not? I think
the entire Phoenix feather chip, and so I'm watching. And I'm just kind of like, is he just ascended, or is that his camera?
Exactly.
He's left his body and he's just observing.
That's stupid.
All right, I guess so. Ben, you got to get going. Your wife's birthday is starts now.
Starts now. That's
Happy
right.
Birthday.
Happy birthday to her.
Awesome.
They say happy birthday, babe.
Okay, so we know what you're going to be doing right now. So go step to it there, cowboy.
Dude.
Shower first.
I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna do things to my wife. Good night, guys.
Yes. Oh, what a way to freeze
Yes.
right there.
Jesus,
Man,
they're
gross, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just hope that chip doesn't make an impact in the middle.
Yeah. You want to floss before, you know.
Oh my God! Someone fucking text him and brush his teeth. Oh
Yes,
God!
he knows. He's been doing it since like the 1950s, dude. He's got it. He knows what he's doing.
Oh my God. Woo. Oh man.
Fucking gross.
I know. Hey, I had to. Come on. Oh,
Whatever.
anyways. Oh man, what else can we talk about?
Oh, hey, can I do a shame? Can I do one? 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 Can I do one?
Oh, he froze.
No,
there we go.
DM said
All right, go ahead, Swinson. I don't know what
No, I had
happened.
a question,
Let's
and this
plug
is
while we're still early
I
in the
guess it's
evening.
more on the
Okay.
on the serious side, but for the Ray Fisher situation, and because he said that, or they said that the investigators are the same people that investigated Kevin Sujihara.
Mhm.
Or do we expect the situation, something like Charlie Kirk's situation, where an article will come out saying things about the execs, and are we looking that that's probably the end game route for this whole thing, where that's the end of this whole thing?
Was that too short? Yeah.
Not everybody knows.
I would have to not comment on that personally. But
Yeah,
everyone
dude,
can,
go ahead.
yeah.
I think as someone who is always going to speculate on such topics, I can say I don't know about like what coverage to expect specifically, but I think what Ray has made clear is that he's not looking for a settlement or his intent is for this to be pursued to its full extent and for official disciplinary action to be taken as a result of the findings. And so some kind of a PR cover piece, revealing certain things and not others as a sort of a form of a plea deal, almost, if that makes sense, like a PR plea deal.
Yeah.
I think he's he's per his
he
own
wants
words,
real change.
Hamada, he already said Hamada offered him to trade Johns and Berg for Whedon. And he said no. And so as a result, I would say he's not, he wants everything to be looked into, and he wants a leadership to make a disciplinary decision about how to handle it. And so, and then he said that when it's all said and done, he will reveal everything. And
We're
so,
also, I mean,
yeah.
Ray in his time in theater has also come into different theater organizations and created unions within those organizations. So like his track record is not just some lip servicey, like we'll slap him on the back of the hand and then, they'll know we're watching. Like that's not how he has gone about things in the past. So I would be really surprised if he deviated from that he wants to create an actual systemic lasting change, not just in Warner, but in like putting studio executives on notice that the cast and crew are not going to sit back silent and just allow abuses to happen, that they're going to create accountability for the people who have power in those environments. So
I think that's important, Amanda. What Amanda brings up is because one of the things, and we've talked about this since July, since this story has been brewing, is that whenever we talk about it, what we always hear from people who want to push back is going, "But that's Hollywood," and my response has always been, "Yeah, that's the problem."
Yeah.
I mean, like,
old guard. We need to get rid of that old
response.
guard, man. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Tim?
No, I was gonna say that's absolutely the wrong response.
Yeah.
The whole point is that this is not okay, and you can't keep sweeping this stuff underneath the rug. One thing I was gonna say about this whole article thing, and then the whole changing and pulling of quotes from your original published article, Shiraz. I kind of found it so funny about how much attention that got by them doing that. You guys have heard the Streisand effect?
Yeah.
The Streisand effect is basically, it's like you're trying to pull something so you don't get attention, and it just ends up giving you much more attention. Yeah, that's exactly what was going on with that.
Yep.
Well, what's funny about that is, I got invited, if you guys didn't know, to talk and discuss a little bit about all this bullshit that I didn't even really know, with Andy Signor and Jody's Corner.
Who?
And it was very just a couple people. They're not. And what was actually funny about that is, those, not necessarily Andy, because I was working with Andy, but it was Jody that I was more or less focused about because he was the one that was like trying to go all fucking crazy.
Of course.
And he tried bringing it out like, well, you know, Ray did this, or, you know, he was saying something like Ray hasn't even proven anything. And so I kept asking him. And there was a video going around where, you know, I asked him, it basically got down to the point where I said, look, how do you know what Ray is saying didn't happen?
Yes. God, I watched that.
He literally, he was like, well, because, you know, like he's a liar. And I was like, yeah, okay, forget whatever he has said about you or Andy or me. How do you know that what Ray is saying didn't happen? You know what his answer was? Well, how do I know that the wolf, the boy who cried wolf 3 times?
Yeah.
He said something like that.
Yeah,
And you know what the
boy cries wolf.
Yeah. You know what's amazing about that is somebody sent me a DM, I think, or something like that. It was like, dude, you know what you should have fucking said? Is you should have been like, spoiler alert, the wolf was there the third fucking time. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, damn it, dude. I didn't think about that. Because at that point in time, I was wanting an answer. So I just literally said, dude, that doesn't answer my fucking question, man. Like, come on, dude. And they never answered some of my questions. I mean, they tried going like crazy.
We can still retweet that video.
Yeah.
Find that.
Well, they started talking about like Weinstein and something else, and it's like you're not going to fucking compare these. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I was like, you're not going to fucking compare these two situations. And they quickly like realized what I was talking about. I was like, yeah, dude, you're fucking out of your mind if that's what you're going to say is happening. Bullshit, dude.
Well, so it's just things where like I feel, and I'm like I feel dumb even talking about it. Obviously, we are now, but like. That these guys keep on entering the conversation because it's got to be their intention. Because
of course,
nobody like how we wouldn't be talking about them if they didn't say this stuff. But
talk about who?
These guys, and because like there was that one video even like a week before this or whatever that was going around where he was like, "It's not even the Snyder Cut anymore." And his buddy was like, "Well, hold up. If you were a Zack Snyder fan, wouldn't you be excited about this?" And he's like, "No, because they lied." And he's like, yeah, and they're making it more. And he's like, but it's not the Snyder Cut they asked for. And he's like, no, it's more.
I don't even know why we're talking about this.
And so to me, that was like the biggest like exposure of like they don't
even know what they're talking about.
You have to ask
literally just fucking around.
Either is it ignorance or is it maliciously like they're wrong, right? So that's the fact that they're wrong. So the question is, do they know they're wrong and they're doing it anyway? Or are they too stupid to understand that they're wrong?
It's either,
and I don't know if it matters. Like we don't need to take them down. The only reason they're even being talked about is because we're talking about them.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
it's either stupid or liar, you know, and it's one or the other. They're lying or you're stupid, and it's like, who knows? Maybe they're doing both. But I mean, it is kind of funny though when Signor he wrote that article like less than a month before it was announced when he said that it wasn't going to happen. Was that like a month or so before on that Fandom?
Well, no. Actually, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because it just reminded me. So it's just weird because last time I was with Andy, like literally, it was like 3 days before the Snyder Cut got announced, right? And everybody was like changing their tune and all that. And then I'm talking to him again about how serious this Ray Fisher situation is. And what happens today? Warner Brothers fucking cans Johnny Depp. Yeah. Like, dude, they fucking fired his ass. They told him, dude, you're out of here. Okay? Which, I mean, dude,
they asked him to resign.
Dude, if that doesn't show you how serious that shit is, if Ray was literally lying or saying anything falsely, okay, guess what? They would have told him, dude, okay, Zach, get rid of him, do something like that, because we're talking about something that didn't happen on set. Yep. Okay, we're talking about some personal home matter stuff, which is still serious. I'm just saying that Warner Brothers was like so fucking like serious about it. They're like, Johnny Depp, dude, we gotta leave. Like, what are y'all's thoughts on that? Like, that's fucking serious.
Well, it goes back to something that Tim and I have been talking about on Squadcast, and and Ray brings up in his interviews is go back to Justice Con, Meg, and he basically said at his panel, if anything I'm saying is untrue, come at me. Yeah, sue me. He says that. And then he brings up where's a cease and desist? The point is that there are legitimate legal avenues that all of these entities could take that could.
If they had grounds.
Right.
Well, they've had grounds, but as I've going back to outside of the Ray Fisher situation, you go back to like everyone was always assuming it was like due to end like people have had a fundamental confusion over like what NDAs or how they work this whole time. Like back when Zack Snyder was posting images, it was like, how is he allowed to do that? Nobody ever understood exactly. Does he own the images? Is he breaking NDA? Does he have a different NDA? Like where does that fall? And like the bottom line is that NDAs are just like subjectively enforced. Really is really what it's all about. But if they wanted to try to call, like Warner Brothers never had any interest in suing anybody over violating NDA on this movie, and the reason is because such a lawsuit would enter into like
discovery.
Exactly, it would enter in discovery, and witnesses would be brought forth, and stuff would come out that they had put a lot of time, effort, and money into not having it out. So when you talk about stuff like this, and it's like there's no lawsuits, there's no cease and desist. It's because the damage done by that legal process determining the truth, even if Ray were found to maybe not be exactly, hypothetically, let's say he's not on the money with some of his claims, even if that was the case.
The things that would come up in the
dredge
process.
when you what do you call it? You dredge the river. I think stuff comes up, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Rivers and whatever.
Yeah.
Mix the metaphor.
Yeah. So.
You know who has an NDA? I think Victor Koo has an NDA, but he keeps teasing.
I know.
Come on, that phone has got to have tons of pictures. I was looking at that photograph too that he put out.
I got a DM from Victor today, so
did I.
Yeah. So Dave and I know. Dave, Tim, and I, we know things. Yeah.
Oh,
Barking hard fact.
Bullshit, dude. Hey, but for real though, like let's say that the court would have overruled and went to Amber and said she was in the wrong, do you think they would have made her leave Aquaman's spot or Zack Snyder's Justice League?
That's an interesting one. That was because I did a video about it before we started up today, and it's just like well, Garza, I saw your girl make a video about it. So, and she brought up a good point.
Oh, sweet Lord, that's the best.
Yeah, she brought up a good point about like how I guess Johnny Depp appealing it, bringing it to the court and everything, and it just put it all out there, and then he lost. So then it makes him look even worse now, even if there's any even if it is bullshit or something like that. But now it's there's no way that they're going to do anything to Amber Heard because she's technically the victim now of this whole thing, and that would look really bad if Warner Brothers said, "Hey, you got to leave too." And it's wait a minute,
Can someone correct me if I'm wrong? But I thought that what Johnny Depp lost was a defamation lawsuit.
That's what I thought too.
He lost a libel suit against the paper.
Not anything.
Right? No, he didn't do anything with Amber Heard. But it doesn't matter, right?
I'm just saying.
If I'm sitting here I'm calling somebody else out and I'm talking all this shit and I'm making it all up, right? But but I'm using what they're supposedly doing, right? So I'm using Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's relationship, and I'm calling him some name. And then they come at me. Johnny Depp says, "Dude, you're an asshole. You shouldn't be saying that. I'm suing you." And I'm like, "Okay, dude. Well, let's go to court." And all of a sudden, you bring in all these witnesses. You prove everything in the court, and the judge is like, "Nah, Garza, he was right. Dude is a wife beater."
I guess the problem is also that there's so much nuance to a defamation suit like that, especially
not even that he
especially in the UK
did those things. It just means that she was under a believable impression that he really was those things, and the newspaper believed that she was genuine and her.
Not even that, but it's even different in the UK, and so I'm probably gonna.
They both sound like fucking problematic people. That's what I'm gonna say.
But when it comes to like an actual like defamation suit about that, and I'm probably gonna overstate or state it wrong because UK defamation laws are way different, but one of the kind of standards that seems to be relatively consistent is whether or not there was like material harm done by the claim, like beyond the reputation that already exists.
Right.
And so even if the claim is proven to be wrong, but it's proven that he already has a reputation as a wife beater,
Right.
then for them to call him a wife beater does not damage his reputation in any material way because he's already known as that, even if it's untrue. Which maybe is a weird stand, but the question is, did the paper say or do something that hurt him in a way that he would not be hurt if they had said nothing? And while I think from the evidence that has come out, it's shown that
Sorry.
Wow, he's quick on that one.
I think that, yeah, well, a lot of the stuff that has come out, it kind of looks worse for her than it does for him. The fact of the matter is his name has kind of been dragged through the mud. And so by them to add that label, right or wrong of them to add it, I don't think it materially damages him. And that's the issue.
I mean, he did get fired, so
Yeah.
Well,
so somewhat.
but now maybe he has a suit because of the firing, but he didn't.
Right.
But that.
Right.
But he did not have one prior to that.
Right.
Well, no, because he said if he resigned, he didn't get fired technically.
Yeah, they asked him to resign.
Oh, I know, but
that
what
just
I'm saying though is,
yeah.
do anything
No, but he
against
could
that.
have a case for lost wages due to damaged reputation, but he would then need to link to a specific cause. But that lost wages had not occurred yet prior to the case happening.
I don't know. I'm just
So-
saying I'm an empath. They both are not.
Oh yeah, they're both crazy. They're both crazy.
Yeah, I'm not rushing to defend either one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me neither. I mean, basically, what we're saying here is Johnny Depp is not playing Green Lantern in.
Damn it!
Not
Shit.
anymore.
Fuck! I lost my bet.
Not anymore. It's not going to happen.
That's what you think.
We got another exclusivo from Garza here. Now it's Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Fucking Depp.
Actually, I was like, get Johnny Depp on your stream.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I'm
He
sure
was
he'd be
playing
down for
I
drinking.
cannot imagine a better fucking
Oh,
pairing.
damn.
Oh yeah, I wonder how much you have to pay him on Cameo to
Oh
get
my
the
God.
whole stream with you.
Oh my god!
It's just-
I'm for money right now. I'm just
No,
saying.
the knockoff Johnny Depp. From
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
yeah.
I forgot about that. Like, so Meg, what do you think about it? Are you team Depp or are you team Heard? No, you don't have to answer that. You think they're both crazy, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't care for either one. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, it sucks because Johnny Depp, he was great at one point. He was on top of the world. He, his
for like 20 years.
yeah,
Yeah,
for like a
yeah,
good-
seriously.
I mean, he could have went the pretty boy route, which he did, but he also was like, hey, I want to play all these different roles, not just do that. I want to like show my range, and he did. And then all of a sudden, it was like, okay, now I'm going to buy 12 houses and wear 13 bracelets up to my elbow.
That came out a while back, like before any of this stuff even really was taking off, about
So
his
many
financial
headlines.
his financial management, and like the amount of wine that he owns.
Yes.
Like the fact that the dude, I shouldn't say the fact that the dude's not swimming in debt because he is, but like
That's why they could just throw bottles at each other. They just-
Oh man,
They couldn't help but throw bottles.
right.
So many of them.
Looking at 12 houses and a whole fucking lot of wine. So
That's why he was buying more houses with places to put his bottles of wine.
All right. Wow, man, it's such a shit show. I would literally, you heard about the bet thing. Anyways, no, I know we don't bring that up. I'm pretty sure that was who knows what the hell. That's the thing that sucks about all this is like when it's public. It's got to be so gross. Like when you're trying to deal with this thing, that's basically ruining your career. His is definitely in the shitter. Hers like is being affected, but it's not. She's still okay, I guess you could say. But just to have like all your dirty laundry just out there with everything. It's just like, that's got to be so just brutal. But I mean, I guess that's the price you have to pay for being in the public eye and being a celebrity.
That's what's weird. There's a certain point where like sometimes you have stories like this that are it was an echo of me.
Okay.
Then, you have stories like this that I don't know. I don't want to like romanticize or like be tone deaf, but there is a like
Like,
a
your mom is
star-crossed
romantic.
lovers sort of
Yeah.
like, oh, it's just passionate and it's not okay, but like whatever. But the second you like look at that picture of like his severed finger, you're like, yeah, you know what? I don't know.
Far.
Yeah, whatever was going on there, too far. It went too far. I can't. Like, there is
I know,
no.
and they met on a movie that like nobody saw. Rum Diaries. I mean, the Rum Diary. I think it was called. Yeah, I watched it. You know, it was
Well,
all
yeah,
right.
but like, is that a better pairing
Where's all
made
the rum?
than
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively on
Green Lantern. I know.
or then
See,
Ben
that's-
Affleck
Whoa.
and Affleck and Garner on Daredevil.
I know. See, that's where the truly well.
Yeah.
I fell in love with Jennifer Garner on Daredevil.
Yeah, who
I
did?
think we all kind of did.
It was
Yeah.
it was the way
Yes.
it was the way
Oh,
she
it was
jumped.
Alias. I was
Alias.
there before Daredevil. So
That was Alias. Yeah.
True. Alias. Ooh.
No, it was Daredevil when they were fighting on that playground and they were on that teeter totter, somehow keeping that balance. I was like, whoa, she's got core. Look at that. Fucking A.
That
scene.
took a whole point off my rating of that film.
yes, it did. I remember our
Yeah.
review. Yeah,
Oh my
I did.
lord. That scene right there was like, what
It was
is
awful.
happening right now?
That was a low point in cinema.
That was when I watched the director's cut. I know they trimmed it down significantly, but I
Yeah.
watched it, I was like, really, you couldn't find a way to like just excise that? And
That whole scene, please.
Just got to remember, somebody was sitting in the editing room thinking, "Go, yeah, we got to keep this thing in. Like this is money
You're
right here."
you're better off
according to
risking
Joss
the
Whedon.
you're better off risking the continuity error of just like, wait, how did they meet? Than you are to be like you'd be better off being like,
Just leave the plot hole.
Yeah.
Yes.
literally it would be a better movie if you were just like, I guess they met off screen. Oh well.
Yep.
Well, hey, I mean, they already decided to excise 30 minutes. Wasn't it Coolio who played the defendant? That
Mhm.
was like the whole plot that was supposed to
Yeah.
lead him to Kingpin at the end.
Coolio, a person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Coolio had a 30-minute subplot in Daredevil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
I have
did.
not.
Yeah.
I have not seen the director's cut yet. I still got
Oh,
to.
no
man,
idea.
Get on
They
that.
making Coolio?
Better.
It's 30 minutes longer. It's rated R, and it is a better movie.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It's a
I mean,
better
like,
film.
I mean, the director's
You
cut
don't
of
need to see
Alien
it, though.
3.
Whether or not it's a good film is still debatable, but it is much better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost like I said, David Fincher's Alien 3. Director's cut, so much better. Is it
Mhm.
still like a decent, Alien film? It's subpar.
Rob, are you wearing a Mortal Kombat shirt?
Oh, I'm wearing a Superman. shirt,
Superman.
Yeah.
Okay. I literally couldn't. I could just see like the very top.
If it's
You're like, is
if
that a
it's-
dragon?
oh,
No, I can see
it's
that.
Pirate
I can
background.
see that. I can see that. The dragon kind of goes
Yeah.
like an S. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruby crest. Okay.
No, I literally have maybe 30 different Superman shirts.
I was about to
That's my
say, he's
closet.
got like,
Yeah.
he's got like a closet
Superman
with like a
fan.
section for Superman shirts,
he's
I
legit.
literally do. I literally
Me
do.
Thanks,
too, for
Samantha.
Batman.
Now I've got that song stuck in my head.
The Mortal Kombat one. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That was
Dun,
the jam, dude. In
Yeah, it
1995.
was.
1995, holy crap.
1995.
Well,
That
that's
was-
again in
that
like
was- that was at every pep rally.
Yes. Back in our day, yeah, we jammed out to that. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like ADD us off into a totally
Yeah.
different.
No, no worries.
No,
I think I
I
might.
was just staring at Shiraz's
might-
beard and
No,
Totally fine.
no, I might sign off on that end too after showing off the Superman.
There you go.
shirt. So I
There
didn't-
we go.
Superman. Well, Shiraz, man, you're always welcome on the Vodka stream, and we all appreciate the work that you've done and what you're going to do. And yeah, man, like I said, the door is always open.
giving Chris Pong a run for his money for Mr. Rogers of the Fandom.
There it is, right there.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
dude.
No, I appreciate all you guys.
Yeah,
And
Shiraz.
thank you to everyone giving the support. It means a lot.
All right,
I'm gonna
man.
be pulling up
Mama
some big stuff. Yeah, thank you.
Cool, man.
Thank
All
you.
All right, everybody.
Man.
We'll check
Bye.
it later.
Bye.
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 Good old Shiraz.
God, I
man.
love him so much.
I know. He's the best.
Such a good dude. Yeah, I would say, I mean, like I said, while we were fighting all on stupid social media and stuff like that, man, he was just in the background just making
Yes, he
shit
was.
happen. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Well, I mean, his whole thing was like BVS came out and he was like, this is broken. Not just fandom, but like the way we talk about these things
Yeah.
is broken. And so he went and got Rotten Tomatoes certified and built a brand and wrote for THR and wrote for Newsweek and wrote for Forbes and wrote for Screen Rant, another really prestigious one. and I think it's just a testament to show like this is not just like a fanboy like rising like through the fanboy ranks. Like he said, this needs people need to be a part of this, not just for like the sake of Snyder related stuff, but the way people talk about film needs to change. And you're not going to change that by angry tweeting at people. You're going to change that.
You're not,
but you gotta be right. So and that's what he did. And so and I've spent a lot of time talking about this already, and I know I've done it before, and we'll do it again in the future. So I'll try to keep it short. But like that is, I think, he is a shining example of like how people can see a need for change in culture and make it happen just by dedication to an ideal.
I mean, all I want to say is, because I wanted to say this last week, and I never the opening, and then we talked about it post show. But go back and read that open letter. He wrote that.
Yeah,
we have fixed our names to it, but he wrote it. Well, let's be
the open letter denouncing the petition and Roberto Mata
denouncing it.
Yeah, denouncing. Yeah, and I mean, my biggest contribution was I do what I always do, which is I edit. You know, that's all I did. You know, the thing that Tim hates me for, like all the time. It's like, man, it's what I do. But I always wanted to point out the fact that no, the words, the thoughts, that was Shiraz. That letter was him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that to this day, I still like. I remember when we talked to Sean O'Connell the first time about the release of Snyder Cut book. I was like, "Oh, did you hear about this?" Mm-hmm. And I sent him the letter going for the book going, if you don't know about this, you need to read this.
To me that's like the beginning almost, you know. That's where like the big time thing started. Yeah.
Well, and not just that, like that from that letter, like all that mess kind of went away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly. And which was so incredibly important.
Yeah. The fact that
was getting off on a very bad foot.
Yeah.
A clarifying moment.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I know. And that's, I mean, but I remember, you know, hearing about that letter and hearing about the petition, and I thought, okay, something is going on here. And then all of a sudden, it went bad and then it disappeared, which we could thank Shiraz for that, for making it like when it got bad, he was like, all right, it's time for this to go away. Cause he knew exactly when to like, all right, it's time to pull the plug on that. That's not going to work. And then he went off to the next thing. And then all of a sudden the whole thing just grew. And, you know, we've had our hiccups and stuff like that, but look at us now eating hot chips and, you know, stream on
I think I'd say the worst,
that little seed that was planted.
The worst moments though of any fandom, but I think that this fandom is so specific that it makes a fascinating study as what's the opposite of a macrocosm?
A
well, I mean,
a macrocosm.
A macro.
Okay. Well, I meant whatever.
I want macaroni and cheese now.
And but is the way because other fandoms don't get so organized or don't get so
not yet
in this way. But I'd say like the moments or the biggest flaws that you could point out are the moments where people would say like something like the issue with the petition would happen where something would go south and a person or a situation would become questionable, and there wasn't someone to say this isn't what we are, this isn't what we do, this isn't how we behave. And unfortunately, I think often enough there were people that were willing to do that but with you wonder if there had been no restraint on that and it had just been allowed, it had been get in line and everyone just tolerate everything that happens for the sake of Snyder and the Snyder Cut. Not only is that just like such a bad precedent and such a toxic situation, but also would it have survived to be able to even
itself alive?
Yeah.
Well, here's the point, because we've all sat through listening to the narrative that's been painted of this fandom, that there's we all of us will openly admit that there has been a toxic element in the fandom. None of us would deny it. We've all been on the receiving end one way of it. But it's interesting how there's always this, well, why don't you police them? Why don't you do something? It's like, don't you realize for the last 3 years we have we
Tried.
it just we've tried.
Yeah.
Just because we weren't always successful with every instance doesn't mean that the attempt was made. And the open letter about the petition is a wonderful example of something that went really, really sour, really fast. And the fandom stepped up and said,
"That's not
hell no."
Yeah.
Because for reference, that was before before Twitter and like, the hashtag and everything had such a unifying
God,
force
it was 1998
behind it. And that would have been 2006 actually. But
You might slap him for free at this point.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Anyway, the point is, but the way that like a change petition works, there was what 179,000 signatures, I believe.
There was so many. I remember seeing that.
And
wow,
and that's
and
not
the number was useful. Even when the petition went away, we had that number as an example.
Well,
that was the shining element out of it.
Just about like the this is not undermining what Scott just said, because the number is very important. But when it comes to a petition like that, it's literally not just about the change.org petition is not simply a show of force. That was also literally a mailing list.
Yep.
It was 180,000 emails and contacts, and it's tragic that was lost when the petition got shut down and went away, because it lost that centralized organization, and it sent some things into chaos that then ended up getting fractured in other ways. That and that's just kind of an unfortunate. It was necessary to go away from it. But if we hadn't gone away from it, that would have been the voice of the defining voice of, because not only was that a large amount of people, but the type of that was started right when the movie came out, and there were so many more sympathies of like casual fans, people in the media, etc. at the time who signed it. Like I know a bunch of people who signed it that like would have never signed it if it had been started 6 months later. And if they had been if that had been their like voice, if that had been like a newsletter generated from that had been like the defining voice of what the Snyder Cut is all about. Like you think that talking about toxic fandom was bad without that? Oh, it would have been a lost cause if there was 180,000 person contact list had been utilized to continue to do what it started to do before it got shut down.
Beep, beep, beep. I'm going to get on my segue and say that now we have another opportunity to be, thank you, Meg, to be united
Got you.
with not a petition, but with a shared statement of unity that, to your point, people who were casual fans who just like got hyped up about it, but then like kind of fell off in their passion for it, wouldn't understand why it is important, why it's necessary now, and why like one of the things that I really love about the Us United statement is that it says it's leaderless. Like it's not about one person or a hierarchy. It's about the principle of like being better than our worst instincts to like tear each other to shreds.
Yeah, well, what was always funny about that is like none of us were like, hey, we need to be the leader of this thing, or let's point a leader. Even Shiraz never thought he was like a leader or anything like that. I mean,
Garza's still here, Dave.
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ. Fucking thing this thing would have ended in a week.
Say what you will about Garza, and people will and have and will continue to. But he has never tried to. I can speak for him right here. Does not want to be any kind of a leadership of anything.
None of us wanted to be a leader. Like it was like a lot of other people that were trying to like calling us like, oh, maybe they should be. They think they're the leader. They think they're leader. It's like, no, we're just doing our thing. They just get the word out there.
Like me, I've always like tried to differentiate myself. Like I don't even consider myself like a part of like the organized fandom. Like I am a fan and I support Snyder and I support like the Snyder Cut, but like I don't.
You do?
Exclusivo.
Exclusivo.
for a variety of reasons, I'm just not like a very tribal person by nature, but also just for conflict of interest and other reasons. I'm not a like member of a or whatever.
Well, you're
He's not a joiner.
just a member of the 40 club.
Not really a joiner.
It's to the 40 club. That's it.
But like, and I remember that was a big deal back on November 17th last year. Was well, like me, Dave, and Garza specifically had always been less frequent with our use of like the hashtag and other things for once again a number of reasons, which probably aren't worth enumerating here. But then on November 17th, we all knew that it was different. A lot of the times that the hashtag was used, it was always important and it was always relevant, but like we knew that the use of it was more different and more important on November 17th, and we joined in. It was funny because there was a bunch of people who were like, "Oh, now you want to support?" It's like, no, like we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have a common goal. We just don't always agree with how to get it. But it just so happens
like
that on this,
you're not a Cubs fan if you don't go to every game.
Pretty much.
Who the fuck? Come on, dude.
Or watch
That was
everything,
the thing.
or whatever. Yeah.
That was the thing that was super frustrating with me about that movement, because I didn't participate so much because I didn't like a lot of the behavior that I was seeing with it. Like when you're going after Henry Cavill and just the way they would go after other people. I didn't want to associate myself with that. And I think that's one thing that was kind of funny about this whole movement is like, it's not about being a leader. It's kind of like how you set yourself as an example. And I would just kind of point back to what we were all doing in our individual endeavors, which were all unrelated. I mean, so I think Scott would agree with me. I mean, I think, we've been doing this for over 5 years now. We've always tried to comport ourselves in a very professional way. And maybe that's not true.
$10 word.
But that was kind of like how we treated things. We always tried to be as factual and as honest and straightforward as possible. And so that was kind of important. And, and I think we certainly had the fan base that kind of proved it. That's what, that was like our corner of this movement, is trying to be that rational voice, so that when we told you that there was a Snyder Cut, people would believe us because of how we comported ourselves.
Yes.
right? Well, that was always my point about like people would get frustrated with me or Dave or other people here who would say
Nobody was ever frustrated.
who would report information about it, like the budget needs or the state of the cut or whatever. And for me, after kind of falling prey to some of the fan emotions of like the reshoots, like leading up to during production, as everyone here knows, it was like, oh, it's not being reshot. That's bogus. Snyder is still in control. It's still going to be a Snyder movie or whatever. And I had proof. I had proof. The DGA agreement said that he had control. The executive said he had control. The actors.
You did so much research; it was so annoying.
The actors said right control. Like I proved that it was still a Snyder movie. Like for me, for other people, I quote unquote proved it, and I was wrong. And so I realized, oh, that's not. You can't reverse engineer these things. You have to start with the facts and find a conclusion from the facts. And if you think that you can start from the conclusion and reverse engineer it, you're always going to prove yourself right. And so
that's why I win every argument, isn't it?
So to Tim's credit, sorry, let's talk about me so that I can talk about Tim. It was always very important to me that if you want someone to believe you, then you talk about things the right way when it matters or when it doesn't matter. And then that way, when it does matter, people know that you're not pulling their leg.
Yeah.
And if you want, and so for you guys, well, you're 100% like fan centric. You didn't get caught up in things that compromise your integrity. And like to Tim's credit, he resisted signing the petition despite wanting the Snyder Cut because of there's a lot of problematic language and unprofessional spelling and grammar and phrasing and stuff in the petition when it was first published. And Tim said, I want this cut. And I'm glad that there is support for it, but I'm not going to put my name on a document that I don't support.
Yes.
And then it got rewritten into something that you said, now I support that, and now I'll sign it. And
integrity is so
and
high.
a lot of people see that type
So
of behavior as pedantic, but the point is that, like, if you want people to take you seriously, then you keep your word all the time. You don't lie about a penny, and then people know that you don't lie about $100. Like
the third time the wolf cried boy, the angel got its wings.
Oh man. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, that was one of the things that happened with me. Like after I saw the movie and realized, when I was trying to debunk all the rumors of, they got to CGI his mustache out. It's going to, it costs this much money and they're trying to reshoot half the movie. And I was like, no way, there's no way. And I went on like a fan going bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And then talk about walking out of that, that screening going, oh, fuck. Boy, was I wrong.
I watched that clip of you and I just see you like, just so like,
it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, that was a rough day, man. That was a Monday too.
You were trying so hard to convince yourself that
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Trying to convince myself Santa Claus still existed. Yeah, I know. It was just
all I know is that I have not gone back and listened to our review from 3 years ago. All I know is that I just want, because I remember what I felt like recording that and how much I wanted to say, but I didn't. Yeah. And Tim has already said we're going to record a commentary track for that theatrical version.
I still gotta,
Scott, you have full permission to just go. We have a beat button if we need to. We'll just beep you.
This will not be censored.
No, it will be.
It better not be.
It will probably be our first non-Patreon, not safe for work. We save all of our not safe for work stuff for Patreon because, at least it's behind a paywall.
Yeah,
that one.
Your OnlyFans.
Yeah. We're going to strongly advise our listeners.
Yeah.
You have been warned.
We probably
doesn't subscribe to the Patreon, so he doesn't know all the swears.
and we're probably going to check the explicit box on that on that upload.
Yeah.
And all I know, and I'm going to take the moment right now because of this jerk right here.
What did Swinson do?
No,
Chris Wong.
Okay. Because I think I've told the story before. I'm going to tell it again. The only reason
that's such a beautiful
I own this is because my partner in crime over here, my work wife, as it's been known, thought that after I was in a car accident that totaled my car, that this is what the other 5 hosts of the network should buy me and mail me after I was.
Were you concussed? That's not a bad idea.
Let's just say that I spent several months going to a neurologist and a cardiologist. And this was their idea of this will make Scott feel better.
Yes, it was. And I still stand by it.
You still have it? You still have it?
Because it's Jim Lee.
Jim Lee.
Lee. Of course, I still have it. Now,
it's a beautiful cover.
So this is my favorite thing about that movie that you're holding, that thing.
Yes.
Somebody screenshot this, by the way.
Yeah, somebody screenshot it.
See that all over Twitter.
Unlike Steven, who wants to know he wants to dissect every little piece. I just want to go in blind. I would gladly show up to movie theater and be like, are we watching something that I might like? Okay. I love just no preparation.
Well, so I love the opportunity to be like, ooh, I don't want you to know anything about this thing I know everything about. And let's take you to see it.
Yes. So that was how we walked into Justice League. And we get, I don't know how many minutes in, and I literally turn toward him and I go, what the fuck is wrong with his face? And he was just like, oh, wait. Oh, yeah.
Keep going.
So the whole movie, every time, is fucking is on screen, I like fucking couldn't stop laughing. I was like, this is funnier than Ragnarok. What the fuck? Like, so I don't know. That was my experience of it. And like, I hope I never have to watch it again. But if I am concussed, try it on me. You know what? Get me a copy, Tim. If
I'm like a little bit of both of you. Like I like to go in fresh, but I also am like on the side of like, oh, I want to like know everything and analyze everything, you know, and learn everything beforehand. And then I'm also at the same thing with you, Steven. It's like if I'm showing something that I like, that I know a lot about to somebody who's fresh, I'm always doing that, you know that thing where
that's why I love
my wife hates that. My wife hates that. She's like,
oh,
stop
man.
watching me. Stop watching me. I'm like,
when I show trailers,
or like
this
one will be sitting
that
on the
haven't
couch
seen them
and
yet, I'm like,
she'll turn over and like put a blanket up and like
on her side. On my side.
And
I'll
look over and be like, are your eyes still open? She's like, I'm still watching. I'm like, don't forgive me. Like,
oh man, I hate that.
Turn away from
when you're like, are they still awake?
God, no, but I was gonna say though, that's why I love, like, you know, that like I love J.J. Abrams because he's like a true film geek who knows like, oh hey, I know you guys want to know nothing about this, so surprise, here's a Cloverfield movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
he gets it. He gets it.
Did anybody see that in the theater? That the Cloverfield, the first one?
I did not see the first one.
I did.
No, I'm talking about the trailer, the teaser. Did you see the teaser?
Oh, the teaser, yes.
Yeah, that was in front of the first Transformers.
Movie.
Yeah, I remember I was like I was there with my friend, and when it was like opening weekend for Transformers, and that trailer came on, and it didn't have a title, it just had a date. I remember everybody just looked at each other like,
what was that?
What the fuck was that?
Was there even a title? Was there even
I got obsessed. I started, this is back in 2008, so internet wasn't like as crazy. There was no Twitter, really. Nothing was like big. So like I would try to research. I was like, oh my God, there's a thing called Slusho. They have this drink called Slusho. That's part of it, something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to research that thing. Like,
I thought there were like rumors like, oh, it's Voltron or
Voltron
there was a roar. The Cloverfield Paradox has
Tom
as a
over
movie
here keeping himself pure. Sorry, just want to give a shout out.
The Cloverfield Paradox as a movie has so many issues, but the viral campaign was almost amazing about it. But it was so fascinating watching that exist in the world of like Twitter and Reddit, where it was like, oh hey, want to know what's up with Cloverfield Paradox? Go to the subreddit, and everyone's got it figured out. Or like you don't have to do any of the work yourself anymore. Whereas like back with like the original Cloverfield, like it wouldn't be on like Reddit or like you had to like work to find.
People were analyzing. They're like, look at his face. Look at his face. He knows something. Look at his You could see it on his face. Rob's face. He knows something. He was like, this is a going away party for him. He's working for that company or something like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like, and then it was kind of funny because they shot that teaser first before they even shot the movie. Yeah. So like when you see that splice into the movie, it's kind of weird because you could kind of see the difference in even like the quality of it. You could kind of almost see like, oh yeah, it's a little grainier. It's not as sharp as the actual movie. And then when they splice it into the actual story, you kind of go like, well, why is Rob like, he's got this shocked look on his face, like he does know something is happening, but when you watch the movie, he doesn't know shit. It's like it's weird. And then it's like you got TJ Miller who's handling the camera and he's making me laugh. It's totally like almost like it was almost like a different vibe from that first initial trailer. The whole movie, but I still enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was great. I mean, to have a monster movie from a found footage perspective, I mean, come on, that was insane. That was absolutely insane. And then,
I'm gonna go rewatch that shit.
Cloverfield and Chronicle both are like, I was never really found footage, and both Cloverfield and Chronicle were like, this is how you do it.
So
well, Chronicle was creative because they were like, okay, now we're going to cut to a security cam and then a cell phone. They were cutting through like all these different kinds of like different angles.
Like actual intelligence agencies track the movement. If you're a true crime freak like me, you can like watch that. Like you're like, first he appeared in front of this 7-Eleven, and then like 2 minutes later he's seen walking in front of a laundromat down the street. Like that's how that shit fucking works. So
by the way, I got a new podcast for you, Amanda, if you haven't gotten into it yet.
Is it Chameleon? I'm already listening, and I know Debbie's on it. Episode 6.
Murder Book.
Oh, geez.
It's in my list, and I haven't started it. Thank you,
Okay.
though.
Oh, you ladies
I
in the
literally
murder
have
stuff.
like 150 podcasts in my
I
library.
don't know how.
And
You
they're
ladies in the murder stuff, man. I don't know. It's scary. Meg, are you into murder stuff? Are you into murder podcast?
Yes, not
Of course.
podcast, but
Oh, okay. See, but there's just something. It's I don't know. Like sometimes I'm like,
Can I revisit that real quick though? Chameleon, true crime podcast, no gore. So if you're not into the like murdery stuff, this is just a con artist who I don't want to give anything away, but the Snyders are involved, and not as con artists, not as con artists,
oh, I hope not.
and
But it was done, Amanda. It's done.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
What are you implying, Tim?
Yeah, what are you playing? No. But back to the found footage genre. I think like one of the best groups of movies. It's it's a trilogy now that everybody should watch with found footage. It's VHS. Watch that. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Whew.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
Crazier.
The third one is not as great because they were trying to really tap into now we got it's web streaming and shit like that. But the first two VHS movies, it's just like it's basically got one initial plot of like somebody breaking into a creepy old house at night, and there's a bunch of VHS, and they start popping in, and each story is like something paranormal. Oh man, I mean, there's like I think the second one, the end one, it's about this family who's just out cabin in the woods during summer, and all of a sudden alien abduction is going to be happening. There, all of a sudden it's just like aliens show up, and it just makes, even thinking about it now, makes the hair stand back on my. I mean, like literally, I'm not even gonna spoil like what's on there, but like, yeah, there's when it comes to found footage, I would say VHS is like top notch when it comes to that stuff. I mean, Cloverfield too, and everything. Blair Witch.
Remember the hype?
Tom, you fucking comedian. Sorry, I'm like,
Tom and the thing right here.
You guys remember the hype of when Blair Witch Project was in theaters?
Oh, absolutely.
so much
That was
hype.
insane.
Oh, you want to talk about like viral campaigns before like
Everybody thought it was real.
thing?
Yeah.
You're legitimately people. There are some people thought it was completely real.
Completely real, yes.
Not that the internet didn't exist back then.
voted for
'cause
Mitch
it
McConnell.
did, but like the way movie discussions happened was like that was like word of mouth, where you got like
Yes.
or like the only way you had, or at least for me, I'm sure it happened. There was discussions online on like
Places your parents wouldn't let you go.
the Harry Knowles site or whatever. Why am I blanking on the name of that? But we don't need to talk about him.
Yeah.
But like the discussion was always like, is it real? I don't know. And then like I remember reading in the newspaper, like I would read like movie reviews and stuff in the newspaper every week, and it was stuff like people were like throwing up in the theater.
Well,
and,
that's because it was very disoriented. Yeah.
Yes.
Did any of you see it in the movie theater? Swenson?
I did.
I
Yeah,
tried
did.
two or three times,
It was
and
bad.
you couldn't get in.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I think I played too much Doom and Wolfenstein in order for me to just. I'm
Your
okay with
orientation was
To
I got freaked out. I was scared at the end. I was like,
Well, the end was great. The
Yeah.
end was great. It was a lot of buildup of
Is it
like,
real?
okay, I hear rocks. They're hearing rocks slam against each. I mean, it was very creative, obviously, because, like I said, the hype that they built around the marketing was, is it real or is it not? But then all of a sudden, you see like the whole cast like interviewing on fucking Extra or something like that. You're like, okay, it's not real.
it's not real.
But but then they talk about like how they filmed it and stuff like that. I mean, it cost barely nothing and it made a shit ton. You know,
like $30,000, I think, to make it.
Yeah, and it made like how many millions? I mean,
I don't. It was something ridiculous.
it was.
I don't know.
And then I mean, the same thing with like Paranormal Activity. That was like another one. That was like, okay, let's take that genre, but of course they beat it to death.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, it got to the
Paranormal
point where
Activity. That's what I call Paranormal Activity 54.
You see the original ending for Paranormal? It's way better. I mean, it doesn't allude to her being alive at all. It just ends with the
That's
police
way
coming
better.
in and stuff. That's actually a way better.
That's the difference between someone who like the creative versus the studio version.
Hollywood
Studio has to have the little bow at the end, and like nothing in life has a fucking bow.
Right. We need a jump scare. We need
Oh, you know what?
something.
I see. There's a line that I always think about that's from me, or not. No, it's not from there. It's from Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Angelina Jolie says one of the best lines. She goes, "Happy endings are for stories that haven't finished yet." And I'm like, yes.
Oh.
I was like, that's a great line. By the way, great movie.
Well, it also reminds me.
She tongue-kissed her brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that also reminds me of that. You know, I'm going to tie this into a Broadway musical because that's what I do. But it reminds me of Into the Woods.
Into the Woods.
Yeah.
Right, because because it's the Grimm's fairy tales.
Yeah.
Act 1 ends with the happy ending, and Act 2 is what happens after a happy ending.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's what's funny about most like love songs or rom-coms or whatever. It's really, I can enjoy them for what they are, but every time I watch them, I'm always like, oh yeah, but we all know what happens after that. They fixed it, guys. They figured out love.
They're together forever after, and then
okay.
like 3 weeks later, they're just like, the toilet paper goes over.
But no, didn't you listen to the song? No, they figured it out.
It goes fucking over.
They figured it out.
I'm with you, Amanda.
We got a toilet paper. Okay. We got to go around the horn. Is it over or under?
It's over.
Meg?
Over.
Scott?
Over.
Okay, so we're all.
Ours is under, this little fucker.
What is it,
Garza? Have you ever seen the patent for it? The
Yes!
patent is for over.
Yes!
Fuck all that under shit.
Well, you know what? Somebody brought up a good point though when it comes to children, because if a child's going to go up to a roll of toilet paper and do this, they're going to unroll the whole thing. If it's under, they won't use it.
And Tim and Scott.
They will do either way.
I know. I'm just saying. Somebody brought up that point. No, I'm with you guys. It's over for me too.
They'll do it one time.
They'll
do it one time, but then I get a lifetime of it right.
Yeah. Come to our house and you sit down to take a shit, you'll be like, where the fuck is your toilet paper? And we'll be like, it's in the drawer. You can't. We're not there yet. Dave, real quick, I just wanted to ask you, how would I get on one of these streams with you, sir?
What?
Somebody asked earlier. So
somebody asked earlier. How would you? Well, I mean, you're always got an invite. What are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
I don't know, someone in the chat. They were like, I want to be on this. And I know you have means to do that.
I did it last month, but I'll do another fan stream again where I'll have people come on. But I mean, the patrons go first, of course. Scott
you pay to play. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I mean, I get on this thing for like free every Friday night, yet I still pay to be on that fan one. It's just the way it works.
That was funny. That was the Friday that Scott wasn't on it. I did one of those Saturday, and all of a sudden Scott shows up, and I'm like, oh yeah, he did donate to the Patreon. Thanks, Scott. So you know that was kind of cool because the other patrons got to talk to two celebrities, I guess you could say, because Darren and Jacob and I think that was just them. But they were
when I was on. It was just Darren and Jacob.
Yeah. I was like, they were like, cool. They got to talk to you as well. So
it was amazing because they didn't know Fight Club was a book before it was a movie.
Yeah, that was just like, what?
Yeah,
Scott and I are like having our own conversation about certain books about Chuck Palahniuk and stuff like that. And we're just like, Fight Club, Invisible Monsters. Have you read this one? And everybody's like, they're like, what? Fight Club was a book? Yeah.
And I'm like, read it. Go read it,
please. It's a great book. It's a great book. Read it.
The biggest thing I always remember about the book versus the movie is just his obsession with the color cornflower blue.
Yeah.
Yes.
It jumps way more too when it comes to the book.
That's what Chuck does though in all of his books.
Jump.
Hey, have you gotten his new book, The Invention of Sound? It's about a Foley artist.
Oh, wow.
Have you
have
seen that movie with about the Foley artist for horror movies?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It's a movie about what's it called?
Upstream Color.
No,
the
it's
sampler.
Who's the dude that plays? I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't remember what it's
Just
called now.
Google it,
It's a foreign film, but the guy he creates Foley for horror movies. And so the whole idea is him sitting
pretty cool, making sounds,
headphones on, and he's watching these like slasher movies.
And he's got like a saw, and he's like,
and he's like splitting heads of lettuce and snapping carrots and stuff.
That's awesome.
But he starts like psychologically like freaked out by it because of all the the stuff that he's creating.
That sounds
and
it's literally called Foley Artist.
no,
That's not it.
No.
Oh, that would have been that.
We
Was
talking about that.
perfect.
It's Meg's
would've
favorite
been
movie, right? Right, Meg? That's your favorite movie, of course.
Oh yes.
Then it's a blowout. Is that it?
Obviously.
Do you have any favorite authors, Meg?
Berberian sounds.
Besides, what's her name that made the Twilight books?
Oh, Stephanie Meyer. Oh,
Yeah.
I love her.
Wow, those books full of typos. There you go.
Okay. Oh man. Yeah, okay, that does sound interesting. I will say, but yeah, I mean, I'm a big Chuck Palahniuk fan. I mean, that's what I like you said, Scott. The way the way that he jumps back and forth, and the way that it's all over the place. And
Some writers just have a fucking voice, dude. They have a fucking voice.
Yeah. Yeah, when he was on Joe Rogan, he's an interesting character. I remember when Joe Rogan interviewed him. That was a very interesting book. And then he even talked about Fight Club and the success of Fight Club and how he was like, he didn't know it was going to be like that. And then, of course, when it comes to like authors like of books and when they adapt it to a screenplay, I mean, there's always like, is it going to work? You're fucking up my whole thing here. But he was actually pretty okay with how the movie turned out. Like it got to the points that he was getting into the book. I think David Fincher really knew exactly what he wanted to bring to the screen.
I'm someone. I guess everyone who reads books about movies is this way, but I'm usually very critical about the way they choose to adapt certain things. Like even the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
You're critical?
I love it, but the decisions that they make sometimes that deviate from the book don't necessarily make sense to me for reasons other than just like being different for the sake of being different. Although the movies are fine.
Well, it's difficult. I mean, even like when you read like the Jurassic Park book, I mean, there's some in-depth stuff that go in there, and you're like, "Whoa, that's that." I mean, everybody, when those people always go, "The book's better, the book's better." It's like, yeah, you know why the book's better? Because you read it and you made your own movie in your fucking brain.
And also there was more time for a 15-hour movie that you got to make.
I was going to say that I saw Fight Club before I read the book.
Yeah, so did I.
Reading the book
made it easier.
One of the first times that it clicked to me how I was really impressed with how Fincher was like, okay, this is how you have to tell this story. Like, if this story is going to work on screen, this is the way you make it work. And I think that it's two slightly different experiences, but it's one of those ones where I'm like, I don't think you can say the book or the movie is better because what Fincher made it his own. And he told the essence of the story in the way that makes the most sense, but also, and he embraced it where it worked, and he didn't where it wouldn't work on screen the same way it does on the page. And I think that, like, as someone who like loves the sort of the study of film and like the travel from the page to the screen, is one of my favorite examples of an adaptation.
Yeah, I never watched. You know what movie I didn't watch was Choke. I know they did a Chuck Palahniuk, his book Choke. Mm-hmm. They did it with what's his name?
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell. I didn't see that movie. I don't know, so I can't. I didn't know
Sam Rockwell, or did you just know that was like you could just say Sam Rockwell and odds, or you were like going to be?
Because I remember Greg, the guy who played the Shield agent in the MCU.
Greg Clark.
Clark Gregg. Yeah, he directed it. Yeah, Coulson. There we go. Took me a mile, but I got there. Yeah, the guy who plays Agent Coulson directed that movie.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, see, I haven't watched that. I need to watch. I don't know. Have you watched it, Scott? Is it good?
I haven't. Okay. It's one of those that like I read the book and it was like, okay, I wanna check out this movie now. Like it's one of those that you read the book and you're like, okay, you hear mixed reviews, but it's just like, okay, well, what do I think for myself? Yeah. And I'll check it out. But it's one of those that are like I want to rent, like, or I want to check out from like the library. I don't want to like
seen this movie.
Oh yeah, you have seen it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Sorry.
Well, Sam Rockwell is always
You
good.
can't go wrong.
My God.
You can't go
Whenever
wrong.
that guy's in, it's like he's one of those guys where it's like, yeah, the movie is fine, but Sam Rockwell's great. You know?
I think
He's like a Stanley Tucci, you know?
Yes.
That's like Moon for me.
Stanley Tucci's the same way. He's always great.
What'd you say, Tim?
Oh, so that's like Moon for me.
Oh, Moon
Like-
is fucking fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Moon was okay in terms of like the overall
but Rockwell
storyline.
was phenomenal.
Rockwell was just amazing.
I'm that way for the Moon. Not a sequel. What's it called? The follow up, where like the
follow up.
There was a follow for the Moon.
To Moon? Yeah, Duncan Jones. That was that movie. It was on Netflix.
Mute.
Mute. Yeah, thank you. Mute
Oh.
is
Ours for the clutch.
And it's like the characters are really good, like the performances are good, or for the most part, like it doesn't all quite come together, but like I really enjoyed watching it for like the characters.
You know, another Sam Rockwell movie that's okay, but he's great in it is Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
I haven't seen it.
That one?
Oh, it's based on the memoir of the guy who created all those 70s game shows like The Gong Show and the Newlywed Game.
I haven't seen it.
It's based on his memoir where he claims that the entire time he was an undercover CIA operative. So the movie tells the story as if this crazy cockamamie idea is truth, and it's a really interesting movie.
And it's Sam Rockwell.
And
it's Sam Rockwell.
Oh, yeah,
we're watching.
We'll watch that tonight.
We're watching.
My
introduction. Yeah, we gotta go. My introduction to Sam Rockwell was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I was like, I don't know who this man is, but I will follow you to the ends of the galaxy.
Yeah.
With my fucking self.
I forgot about that.
Remember his character in Green Mile.
You talk about that movie all the time. You're like, I've got my towel because I love that movie.
Yeah. His character in Green Mile. Oof.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a piece of shit, but you know, it's so good.
But Amanda, I want to say before you go, when you do go, so long, and thanks for all the fish.
Actually, yeah, I gotta
panic.
head out.
No,
But, well, I've just been sitting here. I haven't even been talking.
I can tell you're just sitting there.
Something you want to talk about, Garza?
No. I've just been listening. That's all.
But
But I'm like, I gotta go, and she's like, no, you can't leave. And I'm like, what the fuck? I haven't even been doing anything, man.
I just
Like
love
in a
you
good way.
there. You're my security blanket.
Yeah. Well, no. Thank you guys for having me on. I'm glad I didn't eat any of that shit because you guys are. It's not even the fact that it's hot. It's I'm curious to see what's going to happen in 24 fucking hours.
I'm curious what's gonna happen.
Don't worry, Garza. I will tweet you. I will keep you posted.
Keep you updated.
Everyone DM Garza
DM your
picture.
DM.
Oh
That's
man,
so
I'm
gross.
just gonna I'm gonna send you a gif of Harry from Dumb and Dumber.
Right? Hey, dude, the best. Dude, you need to have it. Where it like transitions to Lloyd's fucking like evil witch laugh. Like, dude, you gotta have that as an image. on
Yeah,
it to pop
dude,
up.
that'd be hilarious. Yeah, we'll have Chris's face doing that.
Yeah.
With like fire in his eyes. Like,
That'd be so fucking
got it.
great, dude.
Yeah, got all you guys. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna watch Titans real quick and finish. Shit.
Oh, that's right. You're in the middle of Titans
Hey, are
right
you
now.
in season? You're in season 2 now, aren't you?
Yeah, I just got on season 2, so I'm gonna watch one episode.
What did
and then
you
I'm
think
gonna-
about the season 1 finale?
You know, here's the thing. So as I was watching, like I got it. I was kind of confused at first. I was like,
Yeah.
we really just okay, no explanation on how we got here. Okay, fuck it. Okay. And so finally when it ended, I was like, for me, I'd have been pissed if that was the ending. And
Dude.
you have to wait for the second
Well,
season.
like,
'cause
it's-
it'd be like,
Have you already watched the first episode of season 2?
no, I'm about to. But
Okay, well,
Okay.
what
like I thought
Right.
the overall
And
Yeah, and I
me
feel
if you
like
think that should have been actually the season finale.
yeah. Well, right.
Literally,
And I think
literally it was the season 1 finale.
Yeah, it was fun. It's like you watch it and you're like, wait, what the fuck? This is
They
like
filmed the new season 1 finale.
Yeah,
and then
because and then it leads into like, okay, hey, guess what? We have Deathstroke now. It's like,
yeah.
That was the weirdest,
thanks for
weirdest
spoiling
season
it.
premiere I've ever seen.
Oh,
in
shut
any
up.
show ever.
I know.
I was on the
No, but I will say this though, like as much like I was watching, I forgot what episode it was. It was like I think the 3rd episode or 4th episode, and I was watching it and I was like, dude, this is some shitty fucking writing, and I hadn't seen the credits yet, and all of a sudden the credits in. Guess who it is? Jeff Johns.
Jeff Johns. Yeah.
And I was like, God damn. So when we got to the Hawk and or the Hank and Dawn episode, and I saw that he was the writer, I kind of like I was like,
that's a good
dude,
episode.
Another shit. It's gonna be another shitty episode. That episode literally got me the most emotional. I was
Yes.
like,
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was
I know.
like-
You got to see Hank's ass. I mean, it was.
oh yeah.
Hank, yeah, we
Really?
all know Hank.
Johns can write some good
Oh, I'm
stuff.
talking about what's her name? What?
Yeah, well, right, and that's why I was like, I was thinking that it was going to be another shitty episode, and I was like, "Fuck you, Jeff!" Like, come
Holy
on,
shit.
dude. Like,
I'll
you're supposed to be
say-
a bad writer.
I think that episode, in
Did
a lot of
did
ways,
you mean that sarcastically? Fuck you, Jeff, or was this?
No, I meant that realistically.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Jeff Johns.
Yeah, with vigor.
in a lot of ways, I think that episode was like one of the best of season 1, but it was so hard for me to enjoy it because of the
I
number
know
of ways
because of
that they like straight up ripped off Blue Mountain State for part of it.
Oh,
And if anyone
I
has
never
seen
seen
Blue
that,
Mountain
so-
State
Yeah,
knows Richardson's character in that was like it was like the same thing for like the first half of this, and I'm like, and so for that background, for the context of Thad Castle being Hank in that story was like this is unintentionally comedic, and they're talking about the coach molesting him.
Yeah.
And it's not, and it wasn't because it was necessarily bad in the episode. It was just because of the context of like, oh hey, I'm was it Michael Richardson?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
At school, and I'm a quarterback or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't quite
compute. Yeah, it didn't quite compute, right? Yes.
I would have to say I enjoyed the ending of that episode.
Yeah.
It was
The ending-
Yeah.
honest
Well, no,
episode.
that's what I'm saying. You're just like, God damn, this is a great episode. Fuck
That's
you,
a good
Jeff
episode.
Johns. Like, why'd you have to write?
Wasn't that the one that ended with
Why'd you have to write
Raven with Dawn waking up and because Raven visited her? Isn't that how the episode ends?
Something like right.
The part I remember, maybe I'm mixing up episodes, but was when he went to go to the house of the.
Yeah, no, he goes to the house and
Oh, I
Don's
did.
like, no, I'm staying. And just
And
closes
she shuts the door as he's.
I was like,
humbling his
Oh
bed.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
And she's like, I'll stay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, God damn, this is an amazing episode.
It was a really
Fuck
good
you, dude.
Yeah.
It was like on
You
the-
don't deserve to write this stuff. man.
Yeah, that's what I was pissed off. It made me upset, actually. Is what it did.
Okay. Cars, I have to
You
ask,
upset?
what did you think of the another one of my favorite? What did you think of the Jason Todd episode?
That was a good episode.
Yeah, that was good. Like, so this is coming from like I didn't look up anything yet, so I like I knew he was in it, but as like Dick Grayson's getting his ass beat, I was like, dude, how the fuck is he gonna get out of this? And all of a sudden, I see that shit happen. I was like, oh, that's right. Fuck it, they got another Robin in here. I forgot about it. So it surprised me. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to season 2, I mean, season 2, like, there's things I like about it. I like the Deathstroke storyline. I like all that. There's stuff that happens, with.
Well, I can't wait to see Donna Troy die of lightning.
Oh my
Oh my
god,
fucking
dude!
God.
Fuck, man. That like almost ruined like the whole thing for me. The fact that I mean, I could not believe. I'm like, really? That's what you guys are gonna fucking end this thing with? I mean, that's almost as stupid as in Thor Ragnarok, and fucking Thor has that thing, and it's like, what the? Fuck? It's like the God of Thunder is getting electrocuted. Like, what?
For me with Titans, I was very like on the fence or like defensive about a lot of season 1. But speaking of Boy Who Cried Wolf, I kind of got like I'm very curious to see how you react to season 2, because I was very much like, no, this stuff could all be really cool. They're setting up a lot of stuff that could be really cool, and then they either would not capitalize on it, or when they would, it would be like, oh man, Garza, I can't wait. Hear you talk
That'd
about
be interesting. Yeah.
Batman, Bruce Wayne show.
Well, yeah, no. I was gonna say, whenever I saw the
DM your BM.
Yeah.
Want to know Garza?
Well, no, that's why when I was watching, like, I think it was, that last episode. Whenever I was watching, Batman do his thing, obviously I got to the point where I was like, obviously this is either a fake world or something different.
Some kind of dream,
or something like that. So I knew that it wasn't technically quote unquote real, but the fact that they showed Batman that way, the only thing I could think of was, how does he move his neck? Because
the costume is not that great,
right? And realistically, they don't need the costume to look like a fucking,
because he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
Barely see him. But I thought it was interesting, and I really wish that they would have had a more creative Batmobile in there. It just looked like a dildo is what it looked like.
See, for me, I thought it looked like, for me, it looked like the animated series.
Did it? Yeah, it kind of did. It kind of did. I get that. I could see that.
It was just shiny glass, glass like.
Proves that sometimes phallic shit does not play the way you think.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Go watch Batman and Robin. Oh, maybe that was the point. That was probably the point. And
Dildo-mobile.
Oh yeah.
So, anyways, I'm going to watch season 2, episode 1, real quick.
All right.
Go for it.
All right.
Technically, it's the season finale of season 1.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And it's
you
all
guys be safe.
Season 2.
I hope your intestines forgive you guys.
Oh my God.
I got intestinal fortitude. I'm fine.
Yeah. Seriously. There, he's got the Pepto. All right, take it easy, Garza. All right, you guys know where to find them and everything. Oh my God! Well, now that guy's gone.
Yeah, fuck John Garza.
Now Meg is in the center of the screen where
there you
she
go,
belongs.
Meg. Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
Meg.
So Meg, you have a new kind of like live stream that's coming out next month. What's going on with that? Talk about that a little bit. I don't know if Anthony's still in the chat. He probably isn't. He probably left.
Well, I can't really say much.
No, but everyone's had a drink for the plug.
Yeah.
ACS and I have something planned, dropping in December called World's Finest. So it'll be on his channel. We plan on doing something like every Sunday.
And I joke. I mean, you have a he's Superman. You have a Wonder Woman. Where's your Batman? I'm gonna go get some more alcohol.
They don't need Batman.
He walked away more comically.
I know.
A human being, Dave.
If only we could have had him running into the door as he ran past. One of us needs to have control of that.
The Flash version.
Yeah.
He needs to make a pre-made cutaway of him going to get more booze. When he leaves,
do something like when I do my little trot.
It plays. It's how you cut and it'll be like it'll follow you to the kitchen or whatever to pour a new one, but it looks like you edit it live, so when you play it, it looks featured in the episode.
Not a bad idea.
It'd be a good payoff for a joke. Cut this part out so that people that watch the replay don't see it.
Yeah. Somebody timestamp this.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Somebody said the exclusivo walk. Okay. Interesting.
I do want to quick note. Men in Tights podcast mentioned Sam Rockwell in the 1990s Teenage Turtles, and I was
actually going to mention that too.
I amend my earlier statement. That is a
Stop it, Tim. Oh God, no.
Tim, I'm going to kick you out.
You know what? It was my childhood. I thought you were too old to have it.
No. Here's the deal. This man. I'm going. This is an exclusivo for
exclusivo.
Unless you're on Patreon, you don't know this, but this man put Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze below Howard the Duck.
Wow. Really?
Damn.
Wow, that bad? Okay. I mean, you know what? Let's get in some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle talk because the original writer wants to do a sequel. I know. This is like Tim's like, I got the towel. I still got that towel, right? But you know, that was recently in the news. That was recently in the news that he wants to, you know, do a sequel. I mean, to me, it's like, is it a sequel to the Turtles in Time, which was so fucking bad.
Tim hasn't seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh God,
he hasn't seen it yet. We can't wait.
The only good part about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time is the fact that Corey Feldman came back to do Donatello's voice.
Yes,
that's it. Because that's the one thing that I always found so weird about Secret of the Ooze. It was like, okay, you had Corey Feldman, who has a very distinct voice for Donatello. And then all of a sudden you have somebody who sounds nothing like that in Secret of the Ooze. And then all of a sudden he comes back for the third movie. It's very strange.
That was the jarring difference between the first and the second for you, Dave.
No. There's plenty more. There's plenty more. Trust me. I there's so many gripes I have for Secret of the Ooze now. And when I was a kid, I loved it. But now when I rewatch it, I'm like, man, the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was fantastic in my eyes. I thought it was like they were going for a darker type story, and I thought it was
what the original comics were like. That's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah. But it was the same shit that we hear nowadays. Of course, studios come in and go, no, Leonardo, you can't use he can't use the swords because of swords. So we're gonna have him like, you know, utilize him as for, you know, to help him, like, oh, he's gonna stick it into the ceiling and grab onto him and kick somebody. It's like, what?
Yeah.
That's not what it's supposed to be about. I mean, like they fucking, you know, when it came to they're like, hey, guess what? We're gonna have Vanilla Ice have a song at the end, and they're all gonna dance to it. It's like,
well, that's the part I actually really liked.
Oh shit!
Except for time, Vanilla Ice is going to build them a house, and they're all.
Oh my god! I mean, it's a catchy
song. Followed Vanilla Ice. It's so good.
If you haven't watched Vanilla Ice's home reno show,
it's so good.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I no apologies. I am 50 years old. I did not get into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. Sorry. It is not for me.
Not for you. That's fine. I mean, like I said, the first one the first one's top notch in my book. I think like what they were trying to do with that. Everything okay, Meg? Did you hear like a sound or something?
Yeah, someone's car alarm was going off.
Oh, okay.
I had to shut my window.
I saw you like.
We need to call the police.
You were like,
it's not my car, so I don't give a shit.
From Detroit.
Perfect. No, but when it comes to that first movie, I mean, talk about like every time I watch that movie, I crave a fucking pizza. Man, do I crave a
God.
You know,
the entire sequence. Yeah.
You're talking about seeing the first film and you're craving pizza? That is the most disgusting pizza. That was like the old pizza formula from.
See, Tim, not everyone grew up in proximity to Chicago.
Yeah.
That probably is good for you guys.
Oh, you and your deep dish.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Is like, no, I don't care for Chicago style. I'm a New York
not really
style.
Big on it either.
Red carpet style.
Here's the thing: when people talk about Chicago, like when I say Chicago pizza, I don't even necessarily mean deep dish.
Geno's.
No,
just
true.
Right.
Pizza period in Chicago.
Okay, well, okay.
The sauce is better.
Maybe this is
the cheese is actually.
This is an entirely different argument from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But like,
Chicago is not just deep dish.
True.
Not appetizing.
New York pizza is no.
It's very flat. Very flat.
It's flimsy.
That's why you fold it. I mean, the beginning of Secret of the Ooze, when you see all those people eating those big slices of pizza, it looks good. I'm not gonna lie.
It does not look good. That pizza looked horrendous.
Oh my god!
I don't know what it was. That cheese was like this disgusting melted.
Yes.
Uniform.
What are you talking about?
We really had that in Hawaii.
Oh, it's
all I know is that I will forever quote, "Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza."
Yeah. That's a good line. That was a good line in that movie. But you know what I found funny with like the newer Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies? It was funny because, you know, obviously pizza is a big part of all of them. And when it comes to living in New York, obviously you're gonna get like, you're gonna get authentic New York pizza. It was obviously Pizza Hut was a sponsor, so they had Pizza Hut pizza all over the place, and that just was like, I was like, oh, you're taking me out of this. There's no way I'd be getting Pizza Hut. But I knew like the whole, it was a Michael Bay produced fucking movie, so obviously, him and his product placement. But I remember,
although I thought the pizza
He
box
did Josie
couch
and the
was pretty
Pussycats
good
too, right?
yeah, no, their layer was cool.
Yeah.
There's some cool little moments in the new stuff. Like my favorite moments when they're in the elevator and they're psyching themselves out and they start like fucking beatboxing and shit. And I'm like,
that's cool.
More of that.
There were so many things about that movie that were like almost awesome.
Yeah.
Some that were, but it just didn't quite click.
Megan Fox's April O'Neil was shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wasn't the animated version, the animated movie, wasn't that the sequel to the original?
Yes, it was.
Right? Oh, okay.
It was supposed to be. Yeah, the one that has Chris Evans as Casey Jones and Sarah Michelle Gellar as April. Yeah.
God, man, Stephen Amell as Casey Jones in that second one. Oh my God, that was horrible. I'm like, that's not Casey Jones. That's Stephen Amell, like wearing rollerblades, man. Like, what the fuck is that?
Although to divert back to Dave's original question, I think that Alan Ritchson. I think I said Michael Ritchson. Alan Ritchson is
it's Alan Ritchson. There it is. Yeah.
But
he got fucked out of that, didn't he? He got fucked out of those movies or something like that. He didn't get paid or something like that.
I was gonna say though that I think that the notion of I'm like normally not as big of a fan of like let's go back and use puppets again as people are for other movies because I think there's a level of nostalgia there influencing their opinion of effects. But for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think that could be really, really cool.
Well, it worked.
I can use the puppet child.
Hey, when they did it with Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance on Netflix, it still worked.
True.
That was up.
I wish they'd done that with, the Power Rangers movie. We kind of leaned into that a little bit more instead of trying to like be embarrassed of that kind of style.
Now I was gonna say, Meg, do you have any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Funko Pops?
No, I wish.
Are there any?
There are. Yeah.
Okay, but you were never into it, huh?
No, I was. I never see those pops out in like.
Yeah, I mean, like where I've been too, I've never seen them.
Michael Ritchson is.
All I know, Meg, is that I pre-ordered from FYE, so I'm hoping I get it. But if you end up getting like a Chase variant of Rutger Hauer from Blade Runner, we'll have to talk. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna go shopping this weekend, so I'll keep my eye out.
I'm telling you, hey, we're all on different sides of the country here. I mean, that's why me and Meg are like, I find something that she can't find, she finds something I did, and then we're like switcheroo in here.
There's one in Iowa right now. Joey is in the chat saying he's got a
Raph
on his.
There it is, man. I figured there was.
There it is. Sorry, I lost the comment as soon as I said it.
Speaking of Blade Runner,
the Casey Jones version would be pretty cool. I don't know. Casey Jones was always was like my favorite character. Him and Raph were my favorite characters growing up.
Did you talk about Stephen Amell's Casey Jones?
Fuck yes, I already did. It's horrible.
Yeah.
You're being sarcastic. I fucking hated that. Oh my God. And then you got the first movie that was basically like, hey, we're gonna take the plot of Amazing Spider-Man and put it into a fucking Ninja Turtles movie. It was essentially the same thing.
I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah. If you think about it, we're on top of that building in New York, and they're gonna turn everybody into something just like what the Lizard was trying to do, or what Connor was trying to do in Amazing Spider-Man, and he was gonna release that, and it was like, dude, it's almost the same plot verbatim. Like wow, like oh my God, I don't know, but
Three Ninjas beats all.
Fuck yes!
Oh yes!
Three Ninjas.
Who has seen Surf Ninjas?
Surf Ninjas!
Oh, Surf Ninjas.
That had the same dude from.
Beverly Hills Ninja. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
I hardly.
Why is it every time?
Remember in like the 90s when they just added the word ninja?
Ninja to everything. Yes.
Love it.
Oh man, Three Ninjas was they had three ninjas kick back, and three ninjas like strike back or something like that.
Tim is in such pain right now.
I'm sorry. I know. You're like, just put the knife in me.
Not a key on us.
I know. But yeah, Three Ninjas was my jam, and I was like, when I was a young lad, man, I don't even remember what.
High
We
Mountain.
had Rocky, Colt, and what was the three names? Rocky, Colt, and what was the little dude's name? I forgot the little dude's name.
Fester?
It's a cute name.
No. Turn. What is his name?
Was it the like Super Nintendo?
Tum Tum.
Tum Tum. There it is. Yes. Tum Tum.
Wasn't this like Super Nintendo Three Ninjas game really popular too?
I didn't play it.
I feel maybe it was one of those things where like I never know about like my childhood where it's like, well, there was no internet. So when I say really popular, it might just mean like I had two friends who were really into it.
That's pretty much what it was. Jeez. Terrible. All right. Anyways, I think we should end this now. I mean, might as well.
I agree.
On a Three Ninjas, no.
And stuff like that. We'll go around the horn and promote ourselves. And of course, Scott, you're going to go last because of that beautiful voice. Even though you have your partner here who also has that beautiful voice as well. So you guys will go last.
Yeah,
so,
but even Tim has Scott do the sign on, sign off.
That's very true. All right, Mr. Chris Wong Swenson, go for it.
All right, Chris Wong Swenson over at the Ping Pong Flick Show, and I'll just end it with that. That's good.
Yes. And he's secretly Lex Luthor causing havoc that's happening right now as whatever the heck right here. Yeah. Dude, when you posted, what was it like it was a little while ago where you posted about being like the Gotham's Hugo Strange or something like that?
Oh yeah.
The movie. I started cracking up because I'm like, dude, you should totally be that for Halloween, man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Dude, you just get the beard and the chops and the fucking, we already have the glasses. I mean, it would have been perfect. I just started laughing. I was like, man. All right, Mr. Stephen Colbert and Amanda Colbert.
Yeah, I'm Steven. You can find me at SM Colbert on Twitter, or at BVS by the Minute podcast, or Justice League by the Minute. We just put up like an hour-long breakdown of the first trailer, in which I ship Martian Manhunter and Pa Kent. And
I've heard that
it's an interesting episode. Yes.
And I also write for Screen Rant, and I eat Phoenix feather chips sometimes on the vodka thing. Yeah.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I'm just kind of trailing off.
Got personal. Hi, I'm Amanda, and you can find me on the League of Mayhem stream like every other Tuesday. I'll
just talked to Zack Snyder recently. Lucky you.
And he might come on again.
Zack Snyder visited.
Oh yeah,
he did. He talked about the favorite candy and favorite horror movies.
Reese's, dark chocolate Reese's. In case you were wondering.
I saw that. I was like, good man. When you guys asked that, I was like, please say Reese's. Please say Reese's.
Yeah, right. Only answer. I also watch before the end of this year for a podcast on Sucker Punch by the women to come out.
Ooh, nice.
And Meg and I will also have a stream soon.
There it is.
Oh.
That's what we're talking about.
I did it, Meg. Now we have to.
See, you got to plug it.
Fuck.
Now it's I know. She's like, I already have another live stream I'm doing. Shit.
That's okay. I'll just quit my job. It's fine. Who
Exactly.
needs
That's all we got to do is we all
$100 in the, come on, guys.
But I wasn't supposed to be here today.
Yes. Anybody get that? What movie? Come on. Anybody? Clerks. Come on, guys.
So good.
It's such a good movie. Anyway, so go ahead, Miss Meg. Go ahead.
You can find me at Wonder Meg pretty much everywhere. And then every other Tuesday, like Amanda said, League of Mayhem stream. We have one the 10th at 7 p.m. EST.
And someone might have put that on their calendar.
Ugh.
I
know. We're not jealous. We're not jealous at all. We're not jealous at all. You know, hopefully.
Oh, he only hangs out with the best of the best, guys.
We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks then. Tim, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Tim Yoko, Squadcast Media, co-founder with my partner in crime, Scott. We've got our own show, DC Film Squadcast. We have another show called Squadcast Movies, where we review movies that we think are really, really good. And then
like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That one's not gonna make the list.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that tonight just to spite you.
I'll eat more chips. How about that? And then I've got another show coming out. We're banking up episodes right now called Enter the Night, where we're going back to the very beginning of Batman comics and reviewing them issue by issue.
Oh, man. Definitely be listening to those. Okay, Scott, bring us home.
But of course, you can find me on Twitter at ScottDC27. You can, of course, listen to DC Film Squadcast wherever it is that you listen to your podcasts. You can find the entire network of shows at squadcastmedia.com. I would like to go ahead and plug that tomorrow, starting about noon, I will be appearing with the Geekverse podcast on their YouTube channel, doing a 24-hour charity drive for the British Columbia Children's Hospital. Tune in at 3 o'clock Eastern to listen to me challenge the host of 2 podcasts to 20 DC movie questions that I have written myself. Good luck, gentlemen. And this weekend, I will also be interviewing Justin the Midside for the release of his novel, The Cut.
Nice.
Yes.
I know. I'm like on chapter 15. I need to finish that thing before it comes out.
Oh man, I did that in one weekend.
I know. I saw that. You like read it all real quick, and I'm like still like there's
Read
like
Nevada counts.
during the week, it's very difficult for me to like just sit there, you know. Now that playoff baseball's out, though, I'm like, okay, I got time, and I got to like finish that damn thing. I'm enjoying it, you know. I mean, I was like, there's like little, you know, the beginning of each chapter, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I
minute.
DM'd Justin. I was like, that's Dave, isn't it? And he was like, that's Dave. That's
I was
Dave.
like, who's this film fiend guy? Yeah, I was like,
I have an amendment to the Sucker Punch by the Women. Although it is Sucker Punch by the Women, it will be voiced by Scott. So
yeah.
To listen to this.
We're gonna have him voice everything.
He's doing the audiobook. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. All right. And you guys know, yeah, Scott is definitely a legend there, Joey. Yeah, and you guys know where to find me on here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Make sure that you know when I'm doing this stuff. Follow me on the sock meds that are down below. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We got shirts. We got Patreon if you want to join the Patreon. And well, you know, we always like to round it off with you know, we got to make sure that everybody knows.
And also, I'm excited to watch the Snyder Cut because Joss Whedon sucks.
Yes, he does. He absolutely does. All right, guys.
Everybody got that?
That is.
We love Mick Moranis. All right, guys. We love you, and we thank you guys for clicking in and watching the misery that took place in the first hour, and then of course, you know, talking about movies and stuff for the rest. Look at that damn phoenix feather.
I'm gonna eat the rest of that later. I'm gonna take like a bite a day or something like that.
I'm just gonna save it for my next.
It's gonna be one of those like if I'm like stuffy, I want to be like, all right, just take a
yes.
little bite.
Yes.
I am
All right.
so cleared out right now.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you to
have my
the
kids
entire
try it tomorrow.
panel. Yeah, thank you to the entire panel. Thank you to Garza. Thank you to Shiraz for joining, and of course, Mr. Ben Everts. And hopefully, Ben Everts is doing okay right now. And we'll talk to you guys later.